So we're starting here in Kahului, and it's about a 38-mile race all the way around to Ka'anapali. 7 miles after we leave the beach here in Kahului, we have to go around Kahuku Point, which is an incredible area, not just for its beauty, but for its water conditions. That's where things change. It'll heat up in there. The waves stack up sometimes 8 to 10 feet round in that corner. It can be exciting and a little dangerous.
Looking at the weather conditions, it's going to be a little more challenging, but there's wind. It should be, it's going to be the same for everybody.
It can go anywhere from all kinds of different wind conditions and different angles, so it's very dynamic. It's always changing.
We've got probably 20 miles of paddling in our book today, so we're going to earn our dinner today. I mean, all the teams will. We've got some good paddling teams here. It should be pretty equal. I think all the canoes will be together. We'll be within minutes of each other to finish. I know that.
We have a large fleet today. A lot of new canoes are joining the fleet. We have Huinalu, which is our only canoe club that's going to be racing with us. They did win the last leg of the Olukai Ho'olalea. Team Olukai traditionally do very, very well. They're a strong paddling team. Marvin is exceptional at steering. So we have Team Maui Jim, our good contender. In the past 5 or 6 years, the skills of all of the crews and the equipment of all of the crews has really evened the playing field. It used to be 1 or 2 boats who were really fighting for the win, and now it's 7, 8 boats all together fighting for the win. It's hard to say who's going to shine today.
When you're driving with a lot of power, there's a lot of torque pushing. The boom goes all the way across the boat, and there's a lot of force with the wind changing direction into your sail.
But it is also very thrilling when you accomplish that particular sail maneuver and then you're going on the opposite tack and it's downwind, down swell. It is an incredible ride. It's what we call a sleigh ride. It's fun.
It's Game Day Hawaii, presented by Pizza Hut.
One of the most dominant dynasties this state has ever seen. Dives and scores! What a grab! With the city skyline in the background, it's a great backdrop here for the final week of the OIA football season. And from there to here, the spotlight is on at Skipadia Stadium at Kusunoki Field. We are set to go for the 2022 Hawaii Division I Open Football Championship. And what a matchup. 2 familiar foes in the 10th OIA final. Number 2 Mililani, number 1 Kahuku. We count down the kickoff at Game Day Hawaii. It is delivered, as always, by Pizza Hut. Hi everyone, great to have you with us upstairs. My man Rory Kim, Jimmy Bender's coming up in just a second. I'm Felipe Ojastro. So for the 5th straight OIA final, these two teams collide. They've been 1 and 2 in the OIA this entire season. Yeah. It is a fitting finale for these two programs now trying to capture an OIA crown.
You know, I went back 20 years on the OIA championship. Kahuku, 14 championships in the last 20 years. The only other team, Mililani with 4, and then Lelehua with 1. Okay, that's 19. That's why Waipahu math. COVID year. That's the only thing. But 14 championships in the last 20 years for Kahuku.
These two teams have been the gold standards, you're right, over the last 2 decades in the OIA, expecting another classic in this great history and historic chapter that's ready to be written here tonight between these two programs. For more on this matchup, Jimmy Bender's back, and he's first on the field.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. And man, it's hard to believe we're already, it just seems like we just started the season, right? And we're already here at the OIA Championships. And I asked Rod York, you know, as far as your expectations from the start of the preseason scrimmages to now, how has this team lived up to them? And he said, we're exactly where I expected to be. With the talent we have on this team, I expected to be here in this OIA championship game. He did say keeping kids healthy, that's been an issue, and we'll see how that plays out tonight.
The OIA season in Division I Open will end tonight after Kahuku will take on Mililani and knock it off Kapolei 44-7 in the semifinal round. Mililani defeated Campbell by 10. These two programs have already locked up spots into the first Hawaiian Bank State Football Championship, with the Hurricanes and the Sabres duking it out later tonight for that final berth. This is the matchup I think a lot of people anticipated, right? I think you and me and Jimmy included. They wanted it. We're finally going to get it. It's round number 2, but Kahuku won the last one just about a few weeks ago.
Just a couple of weeks ago. But what people forget, and even I think Kahuku's coach, Mr. Carvalho, is that Mililani was leading with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. And then it all came down, and the Kahuku momentum took over. And the score ended up lopsided, but Mililani was ahead with 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
It was the opposite scenario in the semifinal game for Mililani last Friday night. Mililani trailed at the half by 8, defeated the Sabres 39-29 after a big 19-point third quarter. Jaron Kiawe Sangopolo was awesome. 457 through the air and 4 touchdowns. Raymond Roller, career high, a $181 and a touch. Keeney McMillan threw for more than 400 yards. Keeney McMillan was exceptional last Friday against the Sabres. More on him in just a second, but as you take a look at him on the field when he played last Friday, I mean, this sophomore has been such a shining star here for Central Oahu.
Oh, that guy is a stud, man. Running, passing, running the offense, taking off. And when we find out news that we're about to tell you in 5 minutes, you're going to be even more amazed with them.
And for McMillan, not going to be wearing a helmet here tonight, dealing with a knee injury that he suffered in that game. He didn't feel any pain on a Friday night, but the next morning felt some pain in his knee, and so he's out. And so this makes it a very interesting storyline here for Mililani, who has one of the best offenses in the state. What do you think about the loss here for Mililani without their usual starting QB?
Well, you know what? The OIA quarterback high is Mililani. You might have heard names like Mackenzie and Dillon. Well, they get the second guy in, and he's just as good.
And it's Mana Tarape making his first start of the season. Remember, he was a starting quarterback majority of last year after Keeney McMillan had a ACL injury. Nearly defeated St. Louis in the state semifinals. Sterling Carvalho knows how dangerous this guy can be for this Mililani offense.
Yeah, he had high praise for him, and I think Mana Tarape against Lilihua just was sparkling. He was 6 for 6 at one point. Threw a long touchdown pass to Raymond Roller. That guy's, he will fit in. It'll just move on. The Mililani Trojan offense will.
When Mililani played Kahuku in the regular season, Raymond Roller only had 1 catch and only a couple of targets to him. Last week in the semifinals, career high, as we mentioned, 10 catches, above 81. This guy can do it all. He is just instant caffeine here for a program. But so underrated still. Maybe one of the more underrated receivers in the state.
Yes, he is. But like a couple weeks ago against Kahuku, you gotta get the ball in his hands. And he didn't catch a pass, or maybe caught one, but you gotta give him a quick pass, or you gotta get him hand it off to him. Get the ball in his hands, because he's electric once he gets it.
And they're without David Joseph as well. He re-aggravated a collarbone injury that he suffered a few weeks ago in the regular season. Injured it again against Campbell, so he's out for the foreseeable future too. So that's the offensive side of the Mililani team as you look at David Joseph. So who has to compensate? How about this defense that has been non-stop? They have 2 of the top 5 defensive players with sacks this season. They come flying into Zeke Rodriguez and company. This is a defense that held their own early on in the regular season. Kahuku got to play perfect here tonight, though.
Yeah, shocking, because they're not that big up front. They got a couple of big guys. Their linebackers are stellar. And in the back end, they're really good. Some ball hawks. There you go, Gavin Hunter. But you know what? They got to play tonight for 4 quarters. They played 3 quarters last time, and Kahuku took over in the 4th quarter.
And for head coach Rod York, he has been so spectacular for this program and for that community. That's a losing record against Kahuku. just a game under 500. But if anybody can game plan facing adversity, it's this man right here, and he has the unenviable task to try and take down the reigning state champs.
I think everybody has a losing record against Kahuku, but this guy really held them to like 7 points, I think, in 3 quarters, and then it all fell apart. But if they can put it together in 4th quarter, knowing that Kahuku is built for 4 quarters, that'll help Mililani tonight.
So Mililani playing with a short deck and hoping that all the cards fall into place, have the right hand, and end up as the OIA Division I Open champions here in 2022. Some rain and some cloudy skies earlier that have subsided on a relatively cool night as we count down the kickoff for the Trojans and the Red Raiders.
Want a real taste of New York? The classic New York pizza offers a big, bold taste only in Hawaii. It's handmade with 16 inches of foldable crust, a sweet marinara sauce, and your favorite topping. And at 30% larger than our large, classic New York pizza is only $10.99 for carryout. Bring together your family and friends for a classic New York pizza party. Each pizza is just $10.99 for carryout. Classic New York pizza. So close, you can taste it. Only at Hawaii Pizza Hut.
At Spectrum News, we're striving to help inform your community, providing the latest news from journalists right here in Hawaii, stories that connect with you wherever you are. Introducing the new Spectrum News app. Refreshing storytelling, at home or on the go, exclusively for Spectrum customers. The local sports you love, and now the local news and weather that matter most to you, all easily accessible with the touch of a finger. Download the all-new Spectrum News app, available on the App Store and Google Play. Spectrum News, your community connection.
Hey, how's it going? You got Lanai with Cooking Hawaiian Style, presented by Aloha Mortgage Advisors. And look who's in the kitchen next week. It's Keilana Mokulehua. What are you going to make?
Today, we're going to be making 2 of my favorite dishes passed down in my family. We're going to make Kula pig nachos, and we're going to actually make fresh lomi salmon, salt the salmon. So we're going to teach you all of that. And then my favorite dessert, some bread pudding. And I'm super excited to show you.
Wow, you're like an executive chef.
You know.
Check your local listings for times. It's Cooking Hawaiian Style.
Welcome back to Game Day Hawaii, presented by Pizza Hut.
Skipadia Stadium at Kusunoki Field dressed to the nines after seeing the Kahuku JV team win the OIA JV Division I Open Championship over who? Mililani, won it by 15 in that one. Will the varsity team repeat here this evening? Kahuku making their way to the final after taking care of Second City 44-7. I think domination is probably the only word we can use at that point, because Kahuku was just awesome. 213 yards. Vika Crawford threw in the air. Malai Fonoti got his 63 yards. Romana Carvalho got another 100-plus receiving yard performance. It was just another surgical victory here, Rory, for Kahuku over Kapolei, and now here they are in the final.
I don't know if surgical is the right way to describe Kahuku. It's more like a pneumatic drill combined with a roller coaster, a steamroller. They just keep at you, and that score wasn't that big until the 4th quarter. The second guys came in and they ran up the score. They had about 2 or 3 touchdowns in the 4th quarter, and that's the kind of game that you got to play against Kahuku. Keep at them, keep at them.
Hey, Jimmy, what do you make of this Kahuku team right now?
Well, you know, one of the things that you were talking about with that lopsided win, there were possibilities for them. There were chances to score even more points, to be honest with you, and that's what Sterling Carvalho and I talked about before the game. He said the one thing he learned from that game is, I don't care how many points we put on the board, we have to be efficient and we have to take advantage of opportunities when they present themselves.
Yeah, we always talk about killer instinct, right? And Kahuku was put it on display against Hawaii teams this entire season, and now looking for another big blow to repeat as OIA Division I Open champions. But let's break down this team. And for Kahuku, one of the best offenses in the state, and they've got a great leader, able to take the ball and take it to the air and dominate. And Vika Crawford has been awesome this season.
I rewatched the Mililani game. We talked about Fonoti. He's the hammer. He comes in. But Crawford is the brains and the leader, and it runs around and guides the offense and chooses and picks when to make the big play. Let me throw the ball when I need to throw the ball and run when I need to run. He is so MVP on this team right now.
As long as he's been on the varsity team, never lost to Mililani. A perfect 3-0 record against the Trojans. A lot of players got active the last time we saw Kahuku. You talked about maybe experimenting the offense. I don't know if you could experiment here tonight. You got to get into the laboratory and know what you're doing. That's what this offense has to do against this Mililani defense.
Yeah, when you got a leader like this, and he has an attitude. I like his swag. Oh my God! When your quarterback is the guy that has attitude,
yep.
Boy, the rest of the team must be great. They got that running game, they got that big line, and the receivers and the passing game has really come forward in the past 2 weeks.
I tell you what, for this Kahuku team, I mean, they've dealt with a bunch of heartache with losses in their community, but they're finding that inspiration to power through, and that's what's helping Kahuku achieve such great success. Undefeated record last year, 10-0 to a state title, and here they are undefeated against Hawaii teams trying to win another state title, but got to take care of tonight.
You know, that community really affects the football team. We saw how they travel. We saw how they go to other sports and all that. And that is a big thing. When somebody is affected in the community, this team gathers around and gets stronger. Actually.
And they've lined up here for really 3 hours before the game just to get a parking spot and get a seat here tonight. Well, if Kahuku knows one thing, it's knowing how to put on a great show, and there may be no better defensive show in the state than this Red Raider defense that was relentless last week in the semifinals.
Okay, we picked Vika Crawford as the guy who leads the offense, but Leonard Ayu and Lefau are the guys who are the leaders on that defense. And then the other guys are all big and athletic and mean and happy to hit somebody, especially this guy, Hiram Morris.
And with a young quarterback, fairly young this year. We say young because he hasn't started much. Mana Terape from Mililani. You expecting more pressure here from this Kahuku defense?
You know, Mana Terape is just as good as Kini is. Mm-hmm. Just how nervous are you when you're coming into the big game for the first time in a couple of games? If he plays his game, stays calm, this will be another good game like 2 weeks ago.
That's the thing, right? So you have a very good quarterback. You're not going to have a gigantic drop-off in talent because Mililani's pass game is still excellent. Can they contain that Mililani passing attack? That'll be the question here for the DBs like Aiden Manutai, Madden Soliai and company here against this Mililani O.
Well, we saw what Coach Rod York did or does. We talked about it. Other people talked about it. He chooses a matchup. He goes after it until it's not there anymore. Last time we saw them pick on Manutai, then they switched to Carvalho, and that gave them just enough of a interruption that they had to go away from him. And then Rod York came back later, and Manutai made an interception. So it's a chess game going on every time Rod York is on the field.
You don't forget Aiden Manutai, the former Mililani Trojan. Now he's on the opposite side, taking on his former team. Sterling Carvalho, the head coach of this Kahuku program. He won the last 4 head-to-heads against Mililani. I tell you what, he knows some about winning championships. The buy-in's there, the community love is there, but also the pressure and the bullseye is there. As you continue to win, that bullseye gets bigger, and right now he has handled all of that pressure very, very well now in his 5th year.
You know, we talked to him before the game, and you know why there's no pressure. He was talking to us about everything else he does. Golfing, surfing, pastor, I don't know, whether you're bishop.
Yep.
There's so many things going on in Sterling Carvalho's life that this kind of pressure is just on par for him. He's good with it. There's other things going on for Sterling Carvalho.
How about for the teams? Which team do you think has more pressure here tonight? Which team is facing more pressure to win tonight, in your opinion?
You know, you see this community from Kahuku. They have all the pressure because of the record that they have in the last 20 years. 14 championships. They expect to do it every single year.
On top of that, especially with the tough loss for Kahuku's girls volleyball team against Kamehameha Hawaii, Kamehameha defeated Mililani for the 3rd place in girls volleyball. This community wants to win one here for those girls, for that great community, that great campus. Can they do it here tonight against a division rival? We're getting closer to kickoff between Mililani and Kahuku. Hopefully the rain stays away. It's the OIA Division I Open Championship on OC 16.
Finding the Honda you really want just got easier. With a longer limited warranty, so long. Downloadable inspection reports, so you see what we see. Downloadable. And complimentary oil changes within the first year. That's what I'm talking about. You've never been more at peace than with with Honda Certified Pre-Owned.
I'm Mallory, and I've been with Ultras for 5 years. Here at Ultras, we are solutions driven. When it comes to processing payroll for our clients, we're not just looking at payroll, we're looking at the whole HR picture. We want to dig deep, we want to look at how things are being handled and how to create a more efficient way of doing things, so your time can be spent with your family, your company, and your people, and you can leave all that other stuff to us. That's what makes us different.
At Bank of Hawaii, we believe that part of living your happy is feeling safe and secure. It also means knowing your hard-earned money will be there when you need it. That's why Bank of Hawaii is proud to be the #1 local bank people trust with their money. And the only bank in Hawaii ranked one of America's most trusted companies by Newsweek. Because when you can trust that your money's safe, it's a lot easier to live your happy.
Welcome back to Game Day Hawaii, presented by Pizza Hut.
In the distance, the campus atop the hill, Kamehameha Kapalama, as we soar through Kalihi and get ready for kickoff between Mililani and Kahuku for the OI Division I Open Championship. Or we got a pair of championship games tomorrow on OC 16. First at 3:45, Game Day Hawaii presented by Pizza Hut. With kickoff at 4:07, it's Nanakuli and Kaiser. Nanakuli undefeated through league play, only lost their first game of the year, but Kaiser's going for redemption here. That should be a fabulous matchup between the Golden Hawks and the Cougars.
Yeah, Kaiser, nobody expected them. We expected a repeat of Pearl City and Nanakuli. Nanakuli's a fun team to watch with big running backs, great quarterback, the passing game, great defense, but Kaiser, the surprise. They have the best quarterback in the OIA, that division. 4-year starter, Easton Yoshino. That should be fun. Not too many kids can, from freshman year to senior year. So we're going to watch tomorrow if they can pull off the victory over Nanakuli.
And Kaiser won that one in overtime over Pearl City after trailing by 17 points there. And then I think it's a matchup that I think Roy's going to be paying very close attention to, much like all of us, as number 2 OIA takes on top seed Waipahu. Remember, Waipahu was able to score with about 10 seconds left in the matchup against OIA. OIA dominant victory over Kailua. Waipahu took care of Farrington. All those teams that you saw, Nanakuli and Kaiser, and Waipahu and OIA heading into the state tournament. This should be a fun one for round 2 between the Marauders and Naali'i now.
Yeah, a very different game because different quarterback for Waipahu. Manu played at quarterback, and their best receiver, Uiliatu, caught 12 passes in that game.
I remember that.
But now he's going to play in at quarterback.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch there. And as we get closer to the end of the league seasons, we're going to punch some tickets. So Kahuku and Mililani already in there. Again, the last OI representative will either be Campbell or Kapolei. That game is tonight over in Nanakuli for a neutral field. An ILH champion could be crowned tomorrow here at Farrington as Punahou will take on St. Louis. St. Louis needs to beat Punahou twice in order to get to the tournament. Punahou is looking for one measly win to sweep St. Louis, get them in the rearview mirror, and take home the ILH title for the first time in 8 years.
When you say measly win, I was watching the Kahuku's volleyball game. All they needed was one measly point, and they couldn't do it. Kamehameha Hawaii came back. So Punahou, tough task. Don't take it easy. Play hard the first game and get in, right?
Let me ask you about this environment real quick here, because Kahuku's fans have been waiting for the last 3.5 hours or so. What impact could that have on the game here tonight?
Oh my gosh, they are always a factor. Except for last night when the football boys came to the volleyball game. Sorry about that. But the Kahuku community is always a factor. They travel well. They in the state championships, when it comes down to this grind time, they are here. And they were doing some cheering right in front. We're like 3 feet away from them. Yeah. You can feel the energy.
I'll tell you what, for Mililani, I mean, they've played really bridesmaid, if you will, to Kahuku for so long, and when these two programs tangle, something special always happens. Remember last year it was a forced fumble to end the game by Leonard Ayu. That game was over in Lelehua. And if this game is anything like the JV game, we're in for some fireworks this evening.
Yeah, the JV went at it. Those guys are coming up next year. They have a personal beef. Should I reiterate, the last 20 years has only been Kahuku and Mililani in this championship game, except for one for Lelehua. This is going to be a special game tonight.
You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Cannot wait for this one. What a sold-out crowd here at Skibadia's Stadium at Kusunoki Field. They've braved the elements, the rain, the wind, the sun, the humidity, the heat, all of it. But It will be worth it. We shall see. Number 2, Mililani. Number 1, Kahuku coming up at OC 16.
Because Haumea loves to dance. Because Jaina dreams of a cancer-free future. Because Guy knows why preventive care matters. You are why we're reimagining healthcare. To give you more choices. To be there for you. To see you in new ways. Hawaii Pacific Health.
This year, we are more thankful than ever. Instead of spending your time cooking, order a pre-made Thanksgiving feast from Zippy's.com or give one to those who deserve it most, so you can spend more time together. Order Zippy's Thanksgiving packages online and save up to $20. Order now at this special price. We usually sell out.
You're watching Spectrum OC 16, your home for Hawaii high school sports.
At Bank of Hawaii, we believe that part of living your happy is feeling safe and secure. It also means knowing your hard-earned money will be there when you need it. That's why Bank of Hawaii is proud to be the #1 local bank people trust with their money. And the only bank in Hawaii ranked one of America's most trusted companies by Newsweek. Because when you can trust that your money's safe, it's a lot easier to live your happy.
Get a free coffee with the purchase of any local breakfast platter when you order through the McDonald's app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At Spectrum News, we're striving to help inform your community, providing the latest news from journalists right here in Hawaii, the local sports you love, and now the local news and weather that matter most to you. Download the all-new Spectrum News app exclusively for Spectrum customers, your community connection.
Enjoy more ways to watch your favorite University of Hawaii and local high school sports on TV, online, and on the go. The best of local sports wherever you want it. Only on Spectrum Sports, OC 16, and X10. Let's get cooking.
Oh, nice!
Follow me.
This Trojan army is championship charged, hoping to ruin the royal coronation of Big Red, hoping to roll out the red carpet and reclaim the crown for yet another year. It's the crown jewel of the OIA season, Mililani and Kahuku for the OIA Division I Open title. Come fly with us above beautiful Kalihi. The city skyline in the background, they are ready to go for the final Division I Open game of the OIA season. And from the home of the Farrington Governors, we are set to go. It is also the home of the OIA Division I Open Championship. Welcome to Skipadia Stadium at Kusunoki Field. It is the OIA final between two familiar foes as number 2 Mililani gets set to take on number 1 Kahuku. Mililani able to defeat Campbell last week, Friday, in the semifinals by 10 after trading by 8 at the half. Kahuku took care of Kapolei. These two teams already locked up spots in the first Hawaiian Bank State Football Championships. And now for the 10th time in the OI final, these two teams meet, also for the 5th consecutive championship game. Hi, everyone. Great to have you with us. My man, Rory Kim. I'm Felipe Ojastro. Jimmy Bender's on the way in just a second. What more could you ask, right? It's Mililani. It's Kahuku. It's like Christmas at the end of October. And here we are. It's for the OI Division I Open Crown.
Yeah, people watching might go, oh, Kahuku's just running over everybody. It's not a game. Think of 2 weeks ago. The score was actually 7-6 at halftime. And then Mililani was winning 9-7 with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. This can be a game. It's those championship rounds, the fourth quarter, where you really got to play, because Kahuku is trained and bred to play in the fourth quarter.
And Mililani is going to do it without their starting quarterback, Keeney McMillan, nursing a knee injury. Didn't practice all week. He is in the house. Mana Tarape will get the start here for the Trojans. So we shall see how this will change the game, if at all, here for Mililani and Kahuku. Jimmy Bender talked to both coaches. He's got the news to the Nissan Field Report. Jimmy.
Yeah, you guys talked about it earlier on, that it's only a couple weeks out from the last time these two teams met, so it's fresh in everybody's mind. Talk to the coaches about what they kind of gleaned from that to take into this. And on the Mililani side, Rod York saying the main thing that he learned is just no turnovers. That was such a bummer for his team, and kind of turned that momentum, like Rory talked about, in Kahuku's favor. So they got to play flawless tonight. On the Kahuku side, Sterling Carvalho saying what he wants to see is a team that plays together. Nothing is scarier than a Kahuku squad where everybody is rallying around each other. The defense picks up the offense. The special teams get in the mix. That's as scary as Rory dressing up as a woman for Halloween. Guys, back to you.
I don't know about you, but I'm excited for this game. You ready to go?
Yes, I am. I got to see if Mana Tarape comes in and if he's nervous or not. Bring the negative energy in, put the positive negative energy out. Mana Tarape. This should be fun.
Kickoff's on the way. It's Kahuku and Mililani for the OI Division I Open Championship here in Kalihi. It comes your way on OC 16.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by New City Nissan.
Behind the wheel of a Nissan truck, every campsite becomes more remote. Every trail becomes more thrilling. And every adventure becomes a story worth telling. With best-in-class standard horsepower and impressive towing, you can do more of what you love, and you can get more out of it. Get to Truck Month today at Nissan. Get 2.25% APR for 36 months on 11 models, or shop our inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles.
Get a free coffee with the purchase of any local breakfast platter when you order through the McDonald's app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Dodgers, Lakers, the World Surf League, the University of Hawaii, and the very best in high school sports and local programs. The Spectrum Networks in Hawaii. We've got you covered.
Saturday, rev up the engines. The finish line's in sight in the chase for the crown. It's an OIA Football Championship doubleheader, only on OC 16, exclusively on Spectrum.
Mililani will receive the kickoff, while Kahuku will defend the buffet of the football field.
As you mentioned, the 10th meeting between these two in the OIA Championship. It's the 5th straight year Kahuku leads that series 6-3. It was a classic at Hugh Yoshida Stadium a year ago in 2021. Kahuku won that one 21-14. Kahuku won 2019 7-3. It has been a great run here for the Kahuku Red Raiders. All right, so it's the championships, it's the tournament, and it's a 7-man crew here led by the great Robert Victor and Santos Barbasa. Keone David, Ray Pashon, Daniel Bowie, Reggie Cabral, and Kaimi Victor. Temperature relatively cool, 77 degrees. We've had light winds, we've had some showers. Much of the heavier stuff has gone away from us, so we're expected to have a nice, calm, cool, and pleasant night. This great artificial turf, this $19 million facility over the last half dozen years it's opened. It's going to be excellent football. Later tonight, we're going to hand out an Impact Player plaque courtesy of Mike's Engraving and Trophies, the official trophy provider for Spectrum OC 16 Sports. For all your special achievements, call Ryan at Mike's Engraving and Trophies. They're located in OIA. Jensen McGee will be the starting receiver as well, in for David Joseph because he's out with a collarbone injury. Lehiva Kahana Travis parked there awaiting the kick of Brock Fonoy Moana, the Utah commit. Mililani trying to find some magic in their special teams. They've been contained against the likes of Kahuku, especially in the regular season after Mililani lost that one 29-17. Second time these teams meet in 3 weeks. This one matters for the OIA Division I Open Championship. And off we go from Kalihi. And a bouncing ball that goes right to Mililani Lehiva Kahana Travis. He gets knocked down there. That is Awelua in on the tackle for Kahuku. We swing in the Zippy starting lineups. Mana Tarape, welcome to the OIA Championship game, my friend. Last time we saw him start, it was against St. Louis in the state semifinals last year in this stadium. 626 yards passing, no interceptions this year. Threw for more than 260 against Moanalua earlier this season, but now took all the first team reps in practice this week, and now he has his stride to begin at the 26. Gonna begin with a run for Kahana Travis, and Kahana Travis is brought down. Anyway, they wrap him up quickly, and for Ross, Kahana Travis, excuse me, trying to find some momentum. Leonga Lefau helped in on the tackle. There you see Lefau. In fact, the Texas linebacker coach in the house here tonight on a bye week, and so they're scouting some other players. Of course, Lefau gonna head out there. Hiram Morris has been so excellent this year. 2 sacks, but he makes a lot of open opportunities for his fellow defensive linemen. With 11:20 to go here in this opening period. 2nd down and 9. Roller motions. Tarape goes to Roller, and he juggled it and caught it. Roller made a man miss, and Roller gets ripped down by Brock Fonomoana and Leonga Lefau.
Okay, they started early. We talked about Raymond Roller. Get the ball into his hands as quickly as possible. Let him run, and that's exactly what Tarape did. And also that gets Tarape into the game as far as quick little pass.
Madden Soriai whiffed on the initial tackle. It forces a 3rd and 7 here for Tarape. 2nd year in the varsity team. The MVP of so many camps over the last 2 years, earning his stripes. But now there's the big test. 10:35 to go. Opening period. 3rd down. A fire, and this one is incomplete. Just through the hands of Jensen McGee. Guarded out there by Sean New Jr. So the senior able to at least cause some pressure to break up the pass. McGee couldn't haul that one in.
And we see the arm of Tarape already. Good decision making, kind of dangerous, throwing it into defensive back who was coming back just a little low.
Mikel Paiva will punt this one away with Mana Carvalho to return it. 2 special teams touchdowns, kick returns for touchdowns for Carvalho this year. McGee goes right after Carvalho, who muffed it on the ground, and Mililani says they have it. Kingston Samuelo at the bottom of the pile.
But we've seen problems in this stadium before, where the wind is coming from the Bishop Museum side. And in every game that we see here, there seems to be a muffed punt of some kind. Not sure how much the wind played into that, but Carvalho dropped it. Samuelo jumped on it.
Yeah, but through the bottom of this pile, I think Carvalho ended up with it. Yep, Carvalho.
Oh, yeah.
So Kahuku will have it.
Nice.
It went off of Carvalho, then past Manutai. Kahuku dodges one. 10:21 to go, opening period. This drive begins at the 48, 1st and 10. Crawford's first throw of the night goes to Mana Carvalho. Got a downfield block and finally tripped up there. It was Gavin Hunter, the Arizona commit, to finally tag him right to the 46-yard line of Mililani territory and a pickup of 6.
And you got Folo T as a running back, and then you toss it out to Mana Carvalho. Just like a great running play, they got 6.
There you see the Zippies lineups here for Kahuku offensively. Micah Crawford. Remember the regular season a year ago against Mililani, after Jason Manitirangi was hurt, he threw 5 touchdowns, no picks, mid-November. 178 yards. Since then, Crawford has been the definition of a pure leader. Can he do it here tonight in the biggest game of the OIA season? It's It's a run here from Malai Fonoti. Fonoti makes his way. Caden Anzalo, the DB, able to make the stop to the 39, gain of 7. And there's the first down of the game. It's in favor of Kahuku. Defense for the Trojans looks like this. Well, Elton Sue is great along with Elijah Nua. Javiel Lauval, 49, leads the state in sacks. He has 9 this season. There you see Isaiah Iosefa. There you see Lauval. Those two have been like sharks in the water anytime a ball is snapped. Can they produce this evening for the Trojans? 9:10 to go on a spinning clock. First period. 1st and 10 from the 39. They'll swing Manulele Ayu in motion. And it's a keep for Crawford. Crawford. It's taken down. There's Isaiah Iosefa, the linebacker, to stop him. To the 29-yard line, gain of 10 and another first.
I tell you what, the decisions made by Vika Crawford this year, everybody's antennas go up when Fonoti is handed the ball. But this time, Crawford sees it goes. There's a great block outside that wasn't called. Good no call as Manulele Ayu put a block on for extra yardage.
8:36 to go. There you see Crawford's numbers against Mililani specifically in his 3 games of his career. Pretty good numbers. Coming off a 213-yard, 3-touchdown performance against Kapolei in the semifinal round. 8:20 to go. Fonoti bounced off a tackle as Zeke Rodriguez able to get him. So Ezekiel Rodriguez, who was playing really the second half of the season with that wrapped forearm after he injured it, healthy, good to go, very strong. Makes his first tackle.
Last time we talked about the main thing, tackle Fonoti. Not with one guy because he gets away from the first guy. You got to have these 3 guys come in, and you got to do it for 4 quarters. So let's see how much they keep it up. You can just tell the energy of the defense when he is just handed the ball. They're trying to get to him.
7:40 to go. Running clock here. 2nd down and 9. Here comes Crawford. Crawford firing. It is off the hands of Manulele Ayu. He was guarded by Zeke Rodriguez in the secondary. The clock stops with 7:28 here in a scoreless first quarter.
And the amount of protection that Crawford got, watch him stand back. He's looking. Nothing is developing. He's going one-on-one all the way down the field. Watch Manulele Ayu come back and hit him on a doink on the helmet. But he made a move to come back and should have had that one.
Now you're right, partner. Just through his hands. Ayu is one of the main targets on offense as a receiver. On 27 balls this season. $7:28 to go. Here comes 3rd down and 9. Crawford sliding out of the pocket. Crawford's being chased. Lets it go. It is incomplete. No, caught. Manulele Ayu. Looked like he juggled it in the middle of it and finally hung on to it right at around the 22-yard line.
Vika makes it happen, but watch Manulele Ayu makes a move to the inside. Did he hang on? Yes. That little step inside that made him separate from the defensive back.
It's at the 22, still short of the first down. You gotta come back to that. Wow.
And that goes against the inertia of where Crawford was going to the right. Ayu came back inside.
Inertia, whoa. 6:40 to go. It's a Crawford run. Crawford inside the 15. Elton Sue was there, and this penalty flag, it looks like it's against Kahuku.
They like that quarterback draw, especially with this guy.
I apologize, no referee mic this evening. There'll be a hold against the offense. And it'll remain 4th down with 6:34 remaining.
Vika Crawford will call his own number sometimes, and that was all the way. As you see the linemen down the field, where the holding is, didn't see that, but they're pushing, they're snorting, they're grabbing. Look at that, and maybe in there with number 43 being held.
His big offensive line that averages roughly 280 pounds up front extends plays, but got caught with active hands, and 2 active, holding on to that. One thing of note for this offense too, Kai Carvalho, that's been having a ankle injury all season long. He is suited up. He's not going to start here, but they do expect him to step onto the field at some point. 4th down and 11 from the 30. Crawford chased. And this one brought down as Suga Toranga was there. And Sui Inouye was there to stop him. After Crawford came out on the sideline, Suga Toranga's in. And a big win here for this Mililani defense.
Yeah, Micah Crawford's helmet came off at the end of the run on the last play. Suga Toranga, whoa, look at this defensive pursuit that's coming his way. I love it. Gabriel Nua always on the scene.
That penalty, brutal there for Kahuku.
Yeah, it was.
Pushed him back in a pretty decent position for Tadape and the Trojan offense.
And we see a lot of things that are not typical of the Kahuku in the last couple of weeks, where they won't punt. They usually want the field position, but they're going for it a lot more now.
So after the 4th down stop from the defense, here comes Tadape. Kahana Travis, grabbed from behind by Nidus Awelua. 215-pound senior, able to stifle him. Kahana Travis actually defeated Kahuku last year to win a JV championship. Now at the varsity level, hoping to beat Kahuku again for the 2nd straight year.
It's no holds barred for him when he runs the ball. It's always forward. Look at the Greek god with the name Nidus, picking them up, throwing them around.
And he's the god of inertia, is that right?
Nobody is the god of inertia.
2nd down and 7 here for Mililani. Mililani just 6 yards of offense so far. Here's their 2nd drive of the night. Tadape to Roller, got it! Roller pushed out by Aiden Manutai. Roller's escapability is unbelievable this season, to the 46 and a pickup of 11.
Felipe, there's some OCs. You got Bryson Carvalho, you got Rod York, you got Sterling Carvalho. They know that the last game, they didn't get it into the hands of Roller. Right away, they go back. 2-yard pass, and he runs the rest.
Tyson Rodriguez whiffed on the tackle as Roller got by him. There's the first down of the game for the Trojans. From the Kahuku 46. Established the run again. Stretched out Kahana Travis. Brought down there by Faleatuaia. Faleatuaia. When you're in his crosshairs, look out, because he is not slowing down.
Yeah, look at that. Kahana Travis is outside. Atuaia, who we saw last week, do a headstand straight from the ground. Such an athlete, you can't get away from him.
4.5 to go here, opening period. After Kahuku's JV team defeated Mililani 42-27. Big Red hoping to bring out the broom and sweep Mililani this evening on championship night. 4:20 remaining and a penalty marker's out. Delay a game. I know some of you are wondering, well, why is this game here at Farrington? Isn't Kahuku the higher seed? Well, it's a neutral field, which the league has tried to have for the team, so no one has a full advantage. That's why also tomorrow's Division I, Division II championship games are at Mililani.
And this field is very neutral as far as drives to the field. Mililani is way up there, Kahuku all the way down there. And the elements that happen in this stadium makes it an even game.
2nd and 11 after the penalty. Tadape got rid of it to Kahana Travis. With a penalty flag down, thrown in the middle of the field. Kahana Travis, the 45-yard line, gets stopped. But first, you got to check the marker.
And sometimes things don't make sense on this place. It is holding. That was a screen pass. So in screen pass, you kind of let your guys run past you.
I think Jeremiah Ma'afala is going to get called for the hold. Yeah, if we can read lips correctly, he says 55, so Ma'afala gets called for the hold and moves it back even more for the Trojans. Oh.
So there's Ma'afala inside, wrestles them down. The pass is way outside. You don't really need that stuff.
Moves it back to Mililani territory right at the 40-yard line. It's second down and about a quarter of the field to go. Inside of 4 minutes remaining opening period. 4 on the rush. Tarape open window. It's in the hands of Derek Tsuchiyama, and he's in the hands of Brock Fanoy-Moana. To the 46-yard line.
Another flag. That was called way outside, unless they saw a holding on the inside, but nothing the receivers did warranted a flag. According to my eye, I didn't see anything. My good eye, at least.
Let's see what this penalty is about. Again, by the way, there's so much RF signal interferences that sometimes it affects the referee mic, so we didn't have a referee mic today, so we'll do our best. That'll be a Leo touching. Wow. Came on that outside there. Google will take it. Illegal participation. It came from the spot of the foul, and so after a 2nd and 24, here comes a 3rd and 29. Oh boy. So it's going back.
So Felipe, these are the kind of times when you don't want to get turnovers, because you try to do what, 30 yards now? I'd run the ball, I'd punt it, get better field position, because this is the kind of momentum that Kahuku plays off of. You usually throw an interception and you play into the hands of that Kahuku defense.
A light mist entering the park here. Johanna Travis on the run, just has to stick his head down and move forward right in front of Leonard Ayu and company. Also Stanley Ross.
And that's exactly what Coach York was thinking. Let's run the ball. This is going in the negative for us right now, and let's punt it away and get better field position.
Don't forget they're punting into the wind as well, and so Mikel Paiva.
And the mist is coming down also.
Kai Carvalho on the field, number 11. He'll return this kick if he given a chance. Nearly blocked out there by Madden Soliai. And Kai in the sky pulls it down on a fair catch signal. And that's inside the 35-yard line. 2.5 to go. No points. 1 eye.
How are the costumes coming for the Double Bonus Jack Combo promotion?
Great. We left one with your assistant.
Do you guys hear something? Introducing the Double Bonus Jack Combo.
Finding the Honda you really want just got easier. With a longer limited warranty, so long. Downloadable inspection reports, so you see what we see. Downloadable. And complimentary oil changes within the first year. That's what I'm talking about. You've never been more at peace than with Honda Certified Pre-Owned.
My Double Bonus Jack Combo gives you double the seasoned beef and double the cheese. Let's see that again. Double beef, double cheese, 2 ads for the price of 1. Not bad.
Saturday, the Rainbow Warriors set their sights on lassoing the Cowboys. It's Hawaii versus Wyoming. Order it today on Spectrum Sports Pay-Per-View.
Don't forget to take OC16 with you on the go with the Spectrum News app. Get all the latest local sports, news, and weather that matter most to you. Download it now. It's on the App Store or Google Play. Just buzzing along through Kalihi on a dry night, relatively. A light mist has entered in here.
That's my car.
Is it?
It was stolen 3 days ago. Good shot. Nice shot.
Well, iPhone OT back in here for Kahuku. Well, the defense is And the self-inflicted wounds, only the early headlines so far. Kahuku with just 22 yards of offense, going for more. Kai Carvalho, welcome back, down the sideline, and out of bounds.
Boy, that's nice to see. The MVP of last year. A couple weeks ago, we saw him. Was he limping? Was he not? Coach said, maybe a little bit of both. He hits the same pattern that his brother catches, and he's down the field for a great game.
To the 42-yard line, his brother Mana Carvalho threw a great lead block and got a gain of 26. Carvalho, that's his 6th catch of the year and the first since game 1 of the season against Kamehameha. All the way August 6th. Sticks move. Here's Mana Carvalho. And Mana with Gavin Hunter hanging onto his foot. Elton Sue helped and added some insurance. So Mana Carvalho was about 4 catches on average over the last 4 games, already getting active here early.
Can you imagine the anxiety when one of the Carvalho kids catches the ball and you're one-on-one with him? Gavin Hunter held on. Great sportsmanship at the end.
Elton Sue was there to give him a helmet tap. Taking care of the big plays. Number 1 here for Mililani's defense. 100 seconds to go here, opening period. Oh, and offense looks like they move first.
Left guard.
Got Tinka Moyai. See Sterling Carvalho, the 93 Kauai High School graduate. Says he gets his lace from some of his Kauai family, his family here on Oahu, and all that love right towards him. Here comes Kai Carvalho. Trying to get a block from Manoa Hallums, and Kai Carvalho is knocked down by Isaiah Iosefa and JBO Lauval. So we'll give you the full story here on Kai Carvalho, right? So he started off as a water boy, then succeeded, then he made his commitment to Utah, which was his dream school heading in, always wanted to go there. And then, during practice, after the Kamehameha game, August the 6th, Saturday, that following Monday, planned it wrong, and after dealing with a hurt ankle a year ago, the ankle broke, then needed surgery. Finally put a screw into the bone. The bone is fully healed now. We saw him have a kick return or punt return against Mililani in the regular season. Then they decided to send him out against Kapolei in the semifinals. But here he is. He's waited a long time for this. He's become a coach, he's become a motivator, and he's getting active here early in this first period. Timeout taken. Kahuku. 36 seconds to go. Scoreless in the OIA Division I Open Championship.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by Zippies.
This year, we are more thankful than ever. Instead of spending your time cooking, order a pre-made Thanksgiving feast from Zippies.com or give one to those who deserve it most, so you can spend more time together. Order Zippy's Thanksgiving packages online and save up to $20. Order now at this special price. We usually sell out.
Because Haumea loves to dance. Because Jaina dreams of a cancer-free future. Because Guy knows why preventive care matters. You are why we're reimagining healthcare. To give you more choices. To be there for you. To see you in new ways. Hawaii Pacific Health.
Tomorrow will be at John Kauai Stadium in Mililani as Kaiser takes on Nanakuli for the OI Division II Championship. Game Day Hawaii presented by Pizza gets you going at 3:45. Then in the nightcap, OIA, number 2 in the tournament, takes on number 1 Waipahu for the Division I Championship. That's at 7 o'clock on OC 16. Kahuku is facing a 3rd and 7 right now. Carvalho motions, he goes out. Crawford looked that way, pressure coming over the middle. It is incomplete. Intended for Carvalho. Elijah Nua applying the pressure on Crawford to hurry the pass. And it'll be 4th down here for Kahuku. Went for it the last time. Let's see what they want to do this time.
Crawford should have hit Carvalho earlier. He was open way earlier, maybe about 2 seconds before that pass hit the ground.
Fiona David getting out of the way. The great umpire sliding through. All right. Nimble footwork as Mana Carvalho will punt this one. He'll be aided with the wind. It's kind of blowing from left to right on your television screen.
And he's taken off before.
He gets this one away. And into the end zone it goes, and Mililani will have it at the 20-yard line. I'm going to go on a tangent a little bit here, and I apologize for all of you at home, but please bear with me. We have a great friend, Mac McLaurin. He used to work with us, and Mac was one of our great producers. And you were talking about inertia earlier, and then we were talking about gods of inertia. He texted me this: old habits die hard, meaning he needs to, help contribute to this conversation. Tantalus is the god of gravity, so technically he's the god of inertia. So.
Guess what? I have been up to the god of inertia a lot.
Yeah, appreciate you, Mac. Hope you're doing well.
Hey, Mac, what's up?
Kingston Samuelu into the game here for Mililani. Mililani with 24 yards of offense on 7 plays. Kahuku not that much better, 56 yards on a dozen plays. 23 to go here, opening period. Samuelu up the middle. Faleatowaia was there to trip him. Gain of 8 to the 28. Mililani want to run another play or take it to the period.
Sometimes you watch the last game, they thought that Kahuku defense thought that Mililani was going to throw on every play. The run up the middle was open a lot 2 weeks ago.
That'll take us to the end of the first. Penalties hurting both teams. Defenses, critical stops. Roller getting a big catch, 2 catches, 13 yards. Welcome back, Kai Carvalho. A couple catches, 30 yards. Nothing settled after 1 in the OIA Division I Open Championship.
Enjoy more ways to watch your favorite University of Hawaii and local high school sports on TV, online, and on the go. The best of local sports wherever you want it. Only on Spectrum Sports, OC16, and Xtest.
At Spectrum News, we're striving to help inform your community, providing the latest news from journalists right here in Hawaii, stories that connect with you wherever you are. Introducing the new Spectrum News app. Refreshing storytelling, at home or on the go, exclusively for Spectrum customers. The local sports you love, and now the local news and weather that matter most to you, all easily accessible with the touch of a finger. Download the all-new Spectrum News app, available on the App Store and Google Play. Spectrum News, your community connection.
This week on Hawaiian Extreme Sports TV, we cross 3 channels with the Hawaiian Sailing Canoe Association. We check out a hidden big wave spot on Maui, and we explore the Honolulu River in Haleiwa. Tune in to Hawaiian Extreme Sports TV only on Spectrum OC16. 100% original, 100% local.
Hey, coming up on Spectrum Sports Pay-Per-View, Hawaii will battle Wyoming for the Paniolo Trophy. Spectrum Sports PPV at 5:15. Game On will get you going. Rob DeMello will take care of you as always. Then Kanoa and Rich Miano on the call for Wyoming and Hawaii. So Rory, Jimmy, and I will be with you in Mililani for the OIA Division I and Division II championships. All right, here comes the second quarter. 2nd and 2. Kingston Samuelu in the backfield. Mililani just 32 yards of offense after the opening frame. Kingston Samuelu. This guy's a tough runner, man. Remember, he initially kind of was in the 2-3 spot in the running back depth, and with all the injuries racking up, he has been so durable, and he can take a hit. Leonard Ayu and Faleatowaia was with him.
Watch Faleatowaia close that middle part of the defense. He's an athlete. He's just everywhere.
Tanape is 2 for 3 for 13 yards. If you're just joining us, Kenny McMillan out with a leg injury. That's why Tanape is getting the start here. For those 2 completions, only going to 1 target. Raymond Roller. Roller, receiver at the top of your screen. Samuelu again. around the edge and bowling over guys. Junior Toilolo was there right in front of him. And if Mililani can win first down, get 7, 8, 9 yards, could build some steam here for this Trojan offense.
Interesting game call so far for Rod York. A lot of running, keep it on the ground, get past, let these corners pass, time run. The ball is always out there. Leonard Ayu probably out there somewhere. If we could listen to Tarape's voice as a quarterback, he has the ultimate voice when he calls for the ball.
Second down, fake it to Samuelu, braces for impact, and it is Hiram Moores to get his 3rd sack of the season.
Watch this guy. If you just isolate on Hiram Moores, he has so many techniques. The swim technique. That time he just puts his arm up, runs past his defender, and into the quarterback. They had receivers wide open.
Matt Funga, the late great Matt Funga, was the defensive line coach for this team, passing away, hard to believe, about 2 years ago. To this day, before every game, Hiram Moores actually goes to his own Instagram account and then DMs Matt Funga's Instagram account, thanking him for all the time that he has spent together with him, teaching him both on the offensive line, the defensive line. The sign of respect and love for a former coach that meant so much to him personally and for the rest of that Kahuku community.
Wow, I got chicken skin on that one. And he has learned well all the techniques of a defensive lineman, from Matt Funga to Hiram Moores.
Delay a game and we'll move it back to more yards. We're just finding that confidence and that motivation to try and win the 3rd straight OIA Division I Open Championship. Third down and 16. Tarape throwing. It is picked. Sean Neal. His 3rd interception of the season. He jumped the route and took it away.
And Felipe, that's what Coach York said. We don't want the turnovers. But what happens is when Mililani gets into a situation 3rd and long, that's when the trouble can start, because these defensive backs kneel right up there to make the interception. It's better if Mililani, like they did on the first drive, just run the ball, kick for field position, because these guys are ball hawks back there.
It was intended for Zeke Padello, and now Big Red in the red zone, right at the 19.
Fono tea time.
It's a keep for Crawford. One-on-one outside. Crawford stayed in, and he scored! Touchdown!
There is so much attention being given to Fono T that Crawford has done this 3 times. Look, he lost to read. Defensive end comes in, Crawford on the outside, and then yes.
Great angle of that one. Stayed inbounds all the way. It's the 3rd rushing touchdown of the year for Crawford, and the first one of the game here in this Division I Open Championship. Zayden Mariterangi's only missed 2 extra points this year. It'll stay that way. Micah Crawford told me that the biggest games I ever played were against Mililani. The kid that's 3-0 against the Trojans breaks the scoring seal here in the Division I title tilt.
Are you looking for something new? The flavor of real premium coffee beans with the savory crunch of arare. Try a surprising mix of East meets West today. Enjoy premium coffee arare. It's time to enjoy life.
Get a free coffee with the purchase of any local breakfast platter when you order through the McDonald's app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
With OC16.TV, you never have to worry about choosing which game to watch at home or missing a game if you're on the go. Look for the Now Playing section on the homepage, find the channel you'd like to watch, sign in with your Spectrum username and password, and enjoy.
It's always a good time for mango. Handpicked at the peak of freshness and dried and packaged for the best flavor. Get your premium mango and premium sweet and sour mango slices today. It's time to enjoy life.
Well, after the Sean Niu interception, Kahuku takes advantage as Crawford stays in bounds and rushes it in for his third touchdown of the season. And when you got balance like Crawford, you need to find that energy. Oh, how about some
whoa,
smelling salts out there? That'll wake him up.
What is that? A little bottle said victory on it.
9:30 remaining. So Kahuku turns the turnover into a touchdown, and they lead 7-0. What you got, Mililani? McGee from inside the 5. Ooh, Jensen McGee had daylight and then finally was pulled down to the ground. It looked like Shaden Cano was in that mix. And so Mililani will have to have quick short-term memory. That's Tarape's first interception, by the way, this season on the previous drive.
Good big gaping hole, but the athletes will close it. And there's Madden Soliai again on that special teams.
Tarape 2 of 4 for just 13 yards. Remember, Roller's only been the receiver that's caught passes here tonight. Trying to reset. Marker down on the near sideline. Gonna get a sideline warning. It's against Kahuku. Next one, there'll be penalty yardage. Tarape said his work ethic really improved heading into this season. I still remember every single moment of that final throw versus St. Louis. More motivation for me to work this year. And boy, has he put in some work. And now here in this title game, we'll see if that work ultimately pay off. Throw it out, here's Roller. Roller pushed out there by Madden Soliai.
I'll tell you what, those defensive backs, they saw what Sean Neal did on the last day. They're moving up and almost burned them because Roller gets past. The angle that Manutai had and Soliai had was for interception purposes only.
So after Roller only had 1 catch in the game against Kahuku, he's got 3 catches tonight. Top 5 in the division in receiving yards. Second down, just need a yard. Tarape gonna throw it, watch out! This is broken up by Brock Fonoy Moana. That ball hung up in the air for Derek Tsuchiyama for the Trojans, but Brock nearly got the takeaway with Junior Toilolo.
Owen's catching with these guys in the back. Brock had a pick 6 last week and 2 weeks ago also, and he almost had that one. He always has a spectacular, easy-going, reach up, grab the ball, take it back, but this time, whoa. Wrong selection for Tarape on that one.
So many people in that community saying that he's one of the best cover guys they've ever seen play in a Red Raider uniform. Only need a yard, can they run for it? Kahana Travis, yes. Just shy of the 40.
And interesting for Mililani offense. We said that Rob York picks a matchup that he likes, goes to it. Last couple of weeks ago was Salanoa against Manutai back there. Not once tonight. It's obvious that they wanted to get Roller in this game early.
Roller jogging to that right slot. Salanoa is the receiver to the furthest left in this formation. There you see Tarape's numbers. Roller with 45 catches this year. And taking him some suicide drills out there, huh? Just run back and forth. Here's Tarape. Here's Roller. 2 guys guard him. A cut back inside past Toilolo, and then Brock Fonoy Moana able to hang on to him. So they get a 2-yard nibble. Kahuku slowly starting to read Roller and really limit his progress.
Yeah, just the fact then he catches the ball. That's when you just got breakdown. Breakdown right there. Everybody break down, wait for him. Gang tackle, because his damage is after the catch.
After tonight, it will be about a 3-week break till the teams participate in the first Hawaiian Bank Division I Open Championship Tournament, which will have coverage for you on OC16. Tenape time and a firing shot in the middle of the field. This one is pulled down by Salanoa. Leonga left foul right there at the 49. Needed 8, got 8. Move those chains.
Boy, what a bullet from Tenape back there. He stands in the pocket and throws. He knew where he wanted to go. It's Salanoa, the leading receiver from 2 weeks ago, and Lefau was close.
First catch tonight, 46 of the season. Just outside the top 5 in receiving yards tonight, 649 for the year. For the sophomore, that's right, sophomore, averaging more than 14 a grab. Here comes Kahana Travis. Travis is just a big ball of muscle. Tries to run it through. Those legs keep churning, and Maximum Fonomoana makes the tackle.
We talked about a guy that win on first down on the offense for both sides. And that was a definite win. A 7-yard run. Kahana Travis, like how he runs. He runs low, he runs forward leaning, always getting positive yards.
Kahana Travis, the sophomore, really filled in that void left by Maya Timoteo last year. After graduating the class of 2022. Here is Kahana Travis. Front door closed, side door open. Madden Soliai tries to slam it. We get a penalty flag down. It's on 2nd and 3.
We're crossing stream.
Truck telling us may have been a defensive penalty with hands to the face. We'll see.
What truck are you talking about, by the way?
Well, the guys who do all the special stuff. Oh, no.
Face mask offense.
The imaginary truck, I guess.
All right, let's see if we can find the offensive. It's very rare you're going to find an offensive face mask. Left side of your screen, I believe. We're finding out there.
There you go.
So who initiated that? It looked like Howie Youngie was almost pie-facing his assignment.
It's definitely a hand to the face. All right, here comes the dangerous situations that we talked about again. But although this is 2nd down, I think going on a 3rd down, it's very dangerous. Kahuku is playing up on you.
6 penalties, 48 yards for Mililani. Tenape throws it right to the middle. This one's caught by Salanoa. So they get some of those penalty yards back. Bring up 3rd and more manageable 8. Leonard Ayu, the tackle here for the Red Raiders.
And, you know, not a lot of people test Kahuku up the middle, but sometimes when you watch their games, they are the success. These guys are playing outside. They're trying to intercept the ball. And right up the middle, Salanoa not accustomed to going over the middle in the past couple of weeks. But good catch.
3rd down and 8 from the 49. But first, a whistle and a Mililani called timeout. 5:17 to go here in the half. 7-0. Number 1 Kahuku.
Taco Bell is so good and so cheap.
I know, right? I wonder why.
What if they know we're broke? What if they're trying to be the good guys?
Yeah. Thanks, Taco Bell!
Because Haumea loves to dance. Because Jaina dreams of a cancer-free future. Because Guy knows why preventive care matters. You are why we're reimagining healthcare. To give you more choices. To be there for you. To see you in new ways. Hawaii Pacific Health.
Taco Bell is so good and so cheap.
I know, right? I wonder why.
What if They know we're broke. What if they're trying to be the good guys?
Yeah. Thanks, Taco Bell!
Saturday, rev up the engines. The finish line's in sight in the chase for the crown. It's an OIA Football Championship doubleheader only on OC16, exclusively on Spectrum.
Well, the roads are clear, thankfully, as everyone has been kind of traveling. It's a busy prep sports week with the New City Nissan Girls Volleyball Championships over on XCast. Here in Kalihi, it's the OIA Division I Open Championship, and Mililani's got a 3rd and 8 from the Kahuku 49.
Salanoa up top, 1-on-1.
Ayu rushes off the edge, 5 on the pattern, and this is a throw that is caught. Wow, another conversion. Manutai goes right to Salanoa to make the tackle. The 36-yard line in a gain of a dozen.
You got to go through the Rolodex of what your 3rd and 8th calls are. And you like that matchup out there on Manutai, go to it.
Baker's doesn't grab there for Salanoa. There was so much heat being put on Tarape. Just whipped that in there and found his target. Established the run again with Kahana Travis. Eaten alive by Leonga Lefau. So Lefau, who made that commitment to Texas, wanted to carve his own path. Carve his own path, make his own name be known. He's done that last year. The Defensive Player of the Year. All Hawaii. Could he do it again this year? His sack total this year, just a couple. Not as much as what it was last year, but he's created so many opportunities for everyone around him, and everyone around him has been better for it.
And you know, the bigger purpose is when he goes to places like Texas, everybody else thinks and believes that they can go. I remember years ago, Jonathan Mapu going to the SEC, and then more players from Hawaii going to the SEC.
2nd down. Tanape gonna fire it deep. It is caught, but it's out of bounds by Salanoa.
Yeah, that's a flag all day.
Aiden Manutai was guarding him.
Well, I tell you, when they are in that laboratory drawing these plays up, they pick a combination of receiver, defensive back that they want to go to, and they go to it. They come right back to Salanoa. That's a push from Manutai. That's a 1st down all night long.
Oh, wait, no flag was officially thrown. No flag was thrown.
No?
Yeah.
Wow. Did he pick it up?
No, just a straight on.
No flag. Everybody's telling me no flag.
3:51 to go.
Did the ump throw the fake with the flag?
They're down in 6. Tanape unloads it. It's Tsuchiyama.
Oh, nice.
Got the toe in. Some toe drag swag at the 22. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Boy, Tanape has an arm. That was the hardest throw of the night. Perfect into the hands, keeping the feet in. Tsuchiyama.
3:45. This drive continuing here. All right, 13 play coming up here for Mililani's offense. Driving for the tie. Tanape 8 of 12 for 64 yards and interception. Tanape. Pass protected. Got to hang onto the ball. It's out and recovered by Mililani. Hopped on there by Tien Garcia. Leonard Ayu able to force that one out.
Somewhere around it, you got to find Hiram Morris. This guy, so much strength. He moves his offensive lineman out of the way, gets to Tanape. And Morris has so much technique.
You force that thing out, and Garcia hops on it. You're right. Best thing about Hiram Morris, Hawaii, they get him for 1 more year, just an 11th grader.
Crazy talented.
Couple of sacks here tonight for Kahuku's defense. Tanape with a deep drop. Gonna find Roller. Roller with Manutai on him. Got 3 more yards after the spin cycle.
And what a great addition to the offense from 2 weeks ago. Roller was running 10, 15-yard patterns. Now, 4 or 5 yards. Get it into his hands. And he nearly escaped this. Watch, one move. He's so quick. But the defensive back, Manutai with the save.
As of now, Mililani's in the fringe of field goal range, but hoping to convert this third down. 3 of 6 here tonight on third down conversions. Gotta get 11. Tanape to Salanoa, and Salanoa will get a bite out of it. To the 16-yard line, gain of 7. He'll bring up 4th and 4 as Aiden Manutai pushed him out.
Let me refresh. 2 weeks ago, we said Rod York likes to pick a matchup that he likes. He went to that one about 4, 5, 6 times last week, coming back to it again. What Kahuku did is switch out Manutai with Carvalho for just a couple plays. I talked to Sterling Carvalho about that. He's kind of chuckled. He said, yeah, we did that, shake up everything, and then Manutai got an interception later on.
Whistle here. We're going to get a timeout by Kahuku. 2:09 to go. 4th down coming up for Mililani. Down 7. It's the OIA Division I Open Championship on OC 16.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by your Hawaii Honda dealers.
Finding the Honda you really want just got easier. With a longer limited warranty, so long. Downloadable inspection reports, so you see what we see. Downloadable. And complimentary oil changes within the first year. That's what I'm talking about. You've never been more at peace than with Honda Certified Pre-Owned.
Hey, I'm officially a Zipster now. I signed up for Zipster Rewards, and now I get to feed on free Zippies.
Well, me too, but what does it mean to be a Zipster?
Being a Zipster rewards
that Zippies run on the way to the job site.
Exactly. And one day, you'll have OZ cred.
So being a Zipster means loving Zippies same as always, only now it's more rewarding.
You got it.
Yeah.
Celebrating Zippy's anniversary with the all-time classic Chili Frank Plate.
2:09 here to go. Mililani's got 4th and 4 coming up. We've seen a lot of action here so far, mainly from the defense partner. What stood out to you so far through this first half?
The fact that the Mililani offense is so multifaceted tonight. Where are they going to go? Where are they going to go? 4th and 4. They got Roller on the outside. They got a one-on-one situation over here. The running has gone well. Tanape may keep or go back to their trusty Salanoa matchup.
Here's play 16 of this drive. Oh, and moving was Samuelu, the running back.
And I think their purpose was to try the easy way, the Kahuku defense to jump offside, but Samuelu made a move.
Just took that step forward, right side of your screen, 32, right there.
Don't do it.
And Leongale foul. I see you.
So, dial up 4th and 9, or you go for the field goal?
Field goal from here would be about 38, 39 yards. Paiva's longest in his career is 44. It'd be with the win, but in the OIA Division I Open Championship, you roll the dice and you rely on your offense to go for 4th down, but decision time first, as timeout taken by Mililani.
Gavin Hunter is in the game, and every time Gavin Hunter comes in, they throw through Gavin Hunter. It's a perfect setup out there. Salanoa is outside, Gavin Hunter in the slot. Only one defensive back on him right now.
And that's a great point that you make with Gavin Hunter, number one, because Gavin Hunter has 10 catches this year, Rory. 7 of those catches, touchdowns.
Yeah, he's a big playmaker. Right now, they definitely a 1st down first. But that's a good option. With Salanoa dominating outside with Manutai, Gavin Hunter next to him, they may throw Salanoa down the field and Gavin Hunter for the 1st down. We'll see. Like I said, they got a lot of options tonight.
Campbell and Kapolei dueling it out for the 3rd and final berth representing the OIA. It really is league championship week. Hilo, Konawana, of course, St. Louis and Punahou, the big one tomorrow in this stadium. Punahou wins. They're the ILH champs.
I love that Konawana team. Zekadiah, one of their receivers. Oh my God, that guy was awesome.
Mililani, 4th and 9. Again, play number 16 of the drive. Trying to convert.
Nobody's on Gavin Hunter.
How many coming after Tadape? Tadape with time, fires, hit as he's thrown, end zone, it's picked! Sliding underneath the Red Raiders in Leoma Lefau.
They were determined. I mean, not even watching what the development was. It was going to be Gavin Hunter or nobody. And that's what they did, but not bad. Throw it into the end zone. Look, he's watching Gavin Hunter the whole time. One person inside Lefau. Just a great defender.
Lefau gets his first one of the season. It was intended for Hunter. 4th career pick for the Texas commit. I tell you what, with the Texas linebacker recruiting coach in the house, pretty nice show that Lefau's putting on so far.
Awesome. He's a trailblazer. Going to Texas, not many players have gone.
Here's Fonoti, the running back. Kahuku has 2 minutes to operate to try and get another score. Remember, Kahuku won the toss and deferred, so a 2-for-1 situation here. Fonoti able to get 7 yards as Isaiah Yosefa and Kamehu Roman collide on the tackle.
And here comes that backfield that's going to run the ball, and well, Kai Carvalho coming in. But, you know, 155, so smart. Sterling Carvalho, let's go in with a 7-point lead.
Mililani's offense playing without Keenan McMillan and even David Joseph. A great 1-2 combo this season for the Trojans. Crawford wants to throw a looping pass. It's in the hands of Carson Mateterangi. Remember, he caught his first pass of the year last week. Ended up as a touchdown against the Hurricanes. His second one of the year takes it to the 38. A gain of 11.
All the players were so happy for Carson. Senior year, first pass, touchdown. I said he looks, because he has the same number, 88, Itula Mili, a long time ago, 6'3", really fast.
Here's Mana Carvalho into the teeth of that defense and sealed off beautifully by Jordan Fetu.
Well, I tell you, these Carvalho boys are so smart in game situation. He got hit, he could have gone down, clock would have ran, but he hit, all of a sudden, I have no place to go, run out of bounds, save the time.
See the offers from Mana Carvalho, who's got 3 games of more than 100 receiving yards this season. He has 2 catches for 30 yards right now. 64 seconds to go. How much pressure do they want to put on Crawford? More on the rush. The throw, it is incomplete. Intended for Kai Carvalho.
Oh, man.
Diving after that one.
He was gone if he had gotten that ball. A nice little pattern. There, the outside receiver goes straight to the sideline, leaving the middle open for Kai. And Crawford right on the money. Oh, he's looking towards the touchdown.
And by the way, I think that leg's okay for Kai, right?
Yeah.
Not at 100%.
How quick was that recovery of his?
Big time. 3rd and 10. Draw play. Fonoti. Wow, what a pushback there by Jordan Fetu.
I mean, you got Gavin Hunter back there as one of the defensive backs, and he's highly recruited going to Arizona, but you got Fetu. Fetu is the next best thing, man. Watch him move up and put a stick. This guy is not going backwards until then.
Fonoti able to pound that one through.
And we said last week, low man win, Pele.
That's right. Sterling Carvalho just so proud of how his team has produced this year, as he's also a bishop and runs one of the largest wards in the state, certainly at the North Shore. In fact, after this week, regardless of what happens, the cool thing that Kahuku's doing, they'll work with special needs kids and put on a football clinic for them over at Ho'opili, and Tell you what, when you have Kahuku football players like giving back to their community, I mean, that love is just reciprocated throughout, and you build connections there, and then you build a strong fan base, and that's why there's so many Red Raider fans around the country.
Yeah, and there's so much tied towards the next game. He said that the students are excited, and the players are even more excited about doing this project.
4th down and 1, nobody back deep to return this from Mililani. I think they're anticipating a possible fake. And another whistle. This comes from the far side.
A couple of weeks ago, 4th and 2, and Mana Carvalho ran for 13 yards and a first down.
I think Mililani called a timeout. Kahuku with 102 yards of offense. Mililani 106 yards of offense. They've run 10 more plays, but the penalty is really hurting Mililani more so than Kahuku. 7 flags for 53 yards this evening.
Yeah, that's killing them. And that usually comes after big plays. So this is exactly what happened 2 weeks ago. Mililani called the timeout, Kahuku called the timeout, and then they faked the punt. And that led to a scoring drive for Kahuku a couple of weeks ago.
.47 seconds to go.
Just when you think Sterling Carvalho is like, past Kahuku coaches who played the percentages, they would definitely punt on it. You never know what he's going to do.
Definitely.
How many times did I say the word definitely tonight? They're keeping track. 3! Oh, jeez. Definitely have to stop.
Zaldo, furthest Trojan back deep to potentially return, but I think it's a direct snap. It'll be a first down. Off the run, it's Lefau. And then the ball came out. The whistle wasn't blown. I think they're going to rule him down. Rodriguez ends up with the ball. So Lefau takes the snap. I didn't hear a whistle on the initial tackle of Lefau. They're going to stop the clock with 42 seconds. It looked like a first down, and it is a first down.
There's no defense out there.
Mililani trying to sell it. Well, not a bad effort to do so. They have that ball. Personnel changes, switching left and right. And they got to take the snap quick. Crawford throws. It is Manutai. Bumped by Jordan Fetu at the 45-yard line. He ruled incomplete, landing out of bounds. All right, here's the last play. Here's Lefau to take it. Is he down? Oh, the ball.
Yes, the first down. Yeah, he's down. He just puts it down. Yeah. And look at that. Now, no whistle. They grab the ball and they go with it. Play the whistle, boys.
Bonoti, the running back. 36 on the clock. Deep drop. Crawford over the top. Carvalho! Incomplete. Guarded by Rodriguez. And a penalty marker down.
Oh, and Mana Carvalho down.
Not much contact there. Apparently enough to warrant a flag, and the athletic trainers are going to tend to Mana Carvalho. Holding onto his hand, possibly.
Shot in the stomach.
Yeah, that too.
And you're looking back and looking up.
Your personal foul. A hit on the defenseless receiver. So it's a 15-yard penalty, and the result of it is going to be a first down. Here it is again with Rodriguez guarding Mana Carvalho.
Okay, so he gets hit in the head.
And see if Rodriguez just goes up and tries to play the ball. Even if he sticks his hand out there, he may not get a flag. Carvalho going to be tended to by the athletic trainers on the sideline. Fonoti, the 35-yard line pass protects. Crawford looking right down the middle. It is brought in, and then the ball came out. Lefau had it. It'll be ruled a catch and down at the spot. There you go. No initial signal there, and a wait for it. Now quick to the line to try and spike it, and they do with 8 seconds to go. And a field goal, maybe get another play, but a field goal from here would be roughly 43 yards.
Look at Crawford behind that big offensive line all the time in the world tonight. And second time they just kind of put the ball down, but Mililani, smart. I mean, if they can get away with it, why not?
You know, as a player, what's better to do in that situation? Hold it down to the ground, pop right back up, give it to the official. 8 seconds to go. 3rd and 1, can maybe get one more play in. Crawford, another drop, another shot. It's high, it's incomplete. And so with 2 seconds to go, with Zeke Rodriguez guarding over the top. Decision time for Kahuku. Remember, they do get the ball to start the 3rd period. But a field goal from here would be 43, 44 yards.
Kahuku has so many guys that you can go to with just 2 seconds. Kai Carvalho is out there. They usually go to Kaohi, number 33. He's not out there. But they brought in Lefau. They bring in all their big boys. They got Mana Carvalho here. There's a lot of targets. Fonoi Moana out there. Last couple weeks ago, they went to Fonoi Moana for a touchdown with 0 seconds. They got called back.
4th and 1, 2 seconds to go. Crawford a pump. Crawford unloads. It is tipped and incomplete. Hunter had a hand on it, intended for Fonoi Moana. And finally, the half comes to an end. Sean New Jr., massive moment, got the interception, and then Vika Crawford. But a 19-yard run. The balance from Big Red, able to get in for the only touchdown in this Division I Open championship game.
I'm Mallory, and I've been with Ultras for 5 years. Here at Ultras, we are solutions-driven. When it comes to processing payroll for our clients, we're not just looking at payroll, we're looking at the whole HR picture. We want to dig deep, we want to look at how things are being handled and how to create a more efficient way of doing things. So your time can be spent with your family, your company, and your people. And you can leave all that other stuff to us. That's what makes us different.
At Bank of Hawaii, we believe that part of living your happy is feeling safe and secure. It also means knowing your hard-earned money will be there when you need it. That's why Bank of Hawaii is proud to be the #1 local bank people trust with their money. And the only bank in Hawaii ranked one of America's most trusted companies by Newsweek. Because when you can trust that your money's safe, it's a lot easier to live your happy.
I'm 50 Feet, and I'm Heha, and you're watching Spectrum OC16.
Let's get cooking.
So just follow me. Join us on Outside Hawaii as we explore the many ways that people take care of the environment and each other, from the mountaintops to the ocean depths, from our Hawaiian islands to far atolls in the Pacific. Outside Hawaii takes you on an adventure to educate and enrich your life. Tune in to Outside Hawaii, only on Spectrum OC16. 100% original, 100% local.
Right, the Zippies cheerleading state championships on OC16 in Manoa on November the 8th. The cheer ambassadors from both sides meeting, and a lot to cheer about if you're a Kahuku fan. Up 7-0. Kahuku's on top here in the OIA Division I Open championship game. Mililani, without their starting quarterback, Kenny McMillan, has monitored up a very good quarterback, led the team all the way to the state semis a year ago. So far, Rory, 10 of 15, 81 yards, 2 interceptions, but he's made clutch throws in big moments when they need to extend drives.
10 of 15, that's 66% right there. Great job coming in, moment's notice, but I tell you what, don't make a mistake with Kahuku, because that will be the start of a bad night.
Micah Crawford, 8 of 14, 66 yards, and he's got the only touchdown of the game here.
Yeah, well, look at him run all night long. This is about the third run. Always effective when he pulls it out and does his thing. Micah Crawford, look at that with the inertia play right there, and then pulls it out again and goes into the end zone as he tight ropes down for 6.
So Crawford gets the only touchdown. As you take a look at the halftime stats, it is brought to you by Jack in a Box. 114 yards of offense, just 106. Those penalties, brutal here tonight.
Yeah, it's a defensive battle, but also mistakes. Look at that 2 turnovers. That tells the whole story right there for how Kahuku got their points.
Felipe Hostro along with Rory Kim and Jimmy Bender. All right, so these two teams are the best offenses in the OIA. We only had 7 combined points. Are you expecting this type of game?
Yes, because that's what happened 2 weeks ago. It ended up 7-6 after a first half. But watch out, this is when they come out. And Rod York has managed the game well, except for that third down play. It always seems to be the same. When you lose yardage, you get penalties, and you're in third down and 20 situation, that's dangerous. Better choice is to run the ball and then kick it and get field position on the punt.
We mentioned Monatarape coming in here his first start of the season. How do you think he's handled the environment and the pressure and the defensive pressure as well from Kahuku tonight?
Like a veteran. Like there's no drop off from Kenny McMillan. Tarape, veteran, confident. He played in big games before. All he has to do is avoid those mistakes on big plays. The down 5 and out patterns are scary against these defensive backs.
All right, and so it is Kahuku on top, 7-0 here on Spectrum OC 16. Get your umbrella.
How are the costumes coming for the Double Bonus Jack Combo promotion?
Great, we left one with your assistant.
Do you guys hear something? Introducing the Double Bonus Jack Combo.
Go where the contractors go.
I've been doing business with them for 40 years.
Hardware Hawaii never makes me feel disposable.
Everybody says hello when you walk in, and I love this place.
I think it's important for me to support you guys because you guys supported me, and that's hard to find nowadays.
Hardware Hawaii in Koloa, Kailua, Kapolei, Mapunapuna. Contractor's choice.
It was important that 15 Craigside allow pets because Viva, our Havanese, is part of our family.
We looked at all the other alternatives for senior living, and 15 Craigside presented the most comprehensive senior living services, including guaranteed lifetime care.
From our personal experience, what I would say to anyone considering moving into 15 Craigside is don't wait, because the window of opportunity might not be there when you're ready.
Grab your boxes, lock and key, and the song you need. Storing at the bank, self-storage. Attackers rentals online, French specials all the time. Storing at the bank, self-storage.
My Double Bonus Jack Combo gives you double the seasoned beef and double the cheese. Let's see that again. Double beef, double cheese, 2 ads for the price of 1. Not bad.
Well, when Mililani needed to find a reliable target here for their offense, Rory, well, who else but Raymond Roller?
Yeah, they didn't figure out how to get him the ball in the first game 2 weeks ago. This time, quick 2-3 out, let him run 10 yards.
5 catches, 34 yards for the senior who was a standout performer a year ago now in this senior season. Really trying to help fuel this team. But it's been difficult for any other receiver to try and get the ball because of this Kahuku defense.
Nightmares with these defenders back there. I mean, you got Fanoi Moana, you got Nui. They're all stepping up. If they can get an interception, they are interception up there. And there's Niu getting the interception, moving up. Tanape got to think about that in the second half.
And Leoma Lafau able to get the interception, his 4th of his career in the first here in 2022. Over the last 90 seconds or so, kind of a heavy downpour a little bit that's just passing through. If this weather continues, does it benefit any one of these teams?
Not really, because the field is a turf field, so it's not going to be sloppy. They just got to play their game. Mililani has to figure out in key times not to get penalties, and that's what they were worried about. Also, Rod York's big thing this morning, today was turnovers.
Yeah, so hoping to try and limit those turnovers. Already a couple so far. If they want to stay in it, it's just a 7-point game here at the half in the OIA Division Open Championship. We're going to check in with Jimmy in just a little bit. Braving the elements on what was earlier a clear night.
Answer the call to adventure.
Holo Holo Anywhere. In a tough all-wheel drive Passport Trail Sport or Ridgeline. Rugged, loaded with tech, both part of the most fuel-efficient full-line automaker. And ready for your wildest adventures. New Hondas are arriving daily. Get into your perfect island ride.
See a Hawaii Honda dealer today. Tell them Henry sent you.
Mike's Engraving and Trophies, the official provider for Spectrum OC16 and Spectrum XCast.
All right, local people, I'm Champ, and you're watching Spectrum OC16.
At Spectrum News, we're striving to help inform your community, providing the latest news from journalists right here in Hawaii, stories that connect with you wherever you are. Introducing the new Spectrum News app. Refreshing storytelling, at home or on the go, exclusively for Spectrum customers. The local sports you love, and now the local news and weather that matter most to you, all easily accessible with the touch of a finger. Download the all-new Spectrum News app, available on the App Store and Google Play. Spectrum News, your community connection.
Hey, how's it going? You got Lanai with Cooking Hawaiian Style, presented by Aloha Mortgage Advisors. And look who's in the kitchen next week. It's Keilana Mokulehua. What are you going to make?
Today, we're going to be making 2 of my favorite dishes passed down in my family. We're going to make kulua pig nachos, and we're going to actually make fresh lomi salmon, salt the salmon. So we're going to teach you all of that. And then my favorite dessert, some bread pudding. And I'm super excited to show you.
Wow, you're like an executive chef.
You know.
Check your local listings for times. It's Cooking Hawaiian Style.
At Spectrum News, we're striving to help inform your community, providing the latest news from journalists right here in Hawaii, stories that connect with you wherever you are. Introducing the new Spectrum News app. Refreshing storytelling, at home or on the go, exclusively for Spectrum customers. The local sports you love, and now the local news and weather that matter most to you, all easily accessible with the touch of a finger. Download the all-new Spectrum News app, available on the App Store and Google Play. Spectrum News, your community connection.
You already know that Spectrum Sports has the most coverage of University of Hawaii sports. And OC16 and XCast has the most coverage of Hawaii high school sports. But now, the game has changed, and you have even more ways to watch the local sports you love. On TV, online, and on the go. Your access to the best coverage of local sports is available wherever you want it. Only on Spectrum Sports, OC16, and XCast.
Let's get cooking.
Oh, nice!
So just follow me.
Weather Channel on location shoot. How's it? I'm Jimmy Bender Cantori, live from the downpour here in Kalihi. But you know, this first half has played out exactly as both coaches talked about before the game tonight. On the Mililani side, Rod York said we can't have those turnovers. Well, they've had the turnovers and it's paid, or it's actually gone against them. And on the Kahuku side, talked to Sterling Carvalho here at the half, and he was saying, you know, missed opportunities before the game, and they've missed a couple here tonight. He said we really got to make some adjustments here at the halftime and figure out how to capitalize every time we get a turnover from Mililani. Guys, that's it. Actually, the rain is starting to lighten up. Maybe we have a chance here when we come back. Second half, 7-0 Kahuku right now on OC16.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
Want a real taste of New York? The classic New York pizza offers a big, bold taste only in Hawaii. It's handmade with 16 inches of foldable crust, a sweet marinara sauce, and your favorite topping. And at 30% larger than our large, classic New York pizza is only $10.99 for carryout. Bring together your family and friends for a classic New York pizza party. Each pizza is just $10.99 for carryout. Classic New York pizza. So close, you can taste it. Only at Hawaii Pizza Hut.
Behind the wheel of a Nissan truck, every campsite becomes more remote. Every trail becomes more thrilling. And every adventure becomes a story worth telling. With best-in-class standard horsepower and impressive towing, you can do more of what you love, and you can get more out of it. Get to Truck Month today at Nissan. Get 2.25% APR for 36 months on 11 models, or shop our inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles.
You see the campus atop the hill in the far background out there at Kamehameha Kapalama. There you see the rain that has entered Skipadia Stadium at Kusunoki Field. People hiding under tarps, people hiding under umbrellas, people hiding under ponchos, under camera equipment gear. Marge and Trenton. Tell you what, God bless our crew. They have worked so hard. You know, they were setting up in some tough humidity earlier, and now the rains have entered the stadium. Let's go head-to-head in the quarterback comparison between these two. You see Manatirape, those 2 interceptions, and Micah Crawford, those 66 yards. They haven't blown us away with their numbers, obviously, at this point, but for especially Tarape, a chance to score, but that second interception from Leonga Lefau, the first one was more brutal because it resulted in a touchdown. That's the only difference so far.
Yeah, and you would have thought before the game that would be the big worry for Mililani. It's not. It's not a worry at all. He's playing wonderful. All they have to do is manage the game a little bit for him in third down and long situations. He's doing just fine.
A big shout out to our friends here at Farrington and Al Carganilla, principal, and Harold Tanaka for being a gracious host. And also a big shout out to our friends at A&E Equipment Rentals. They're proud to support high school athletics as Hawaii's premier supplier of aerial lift equipment and forklifts. A&E and who's that on the tower, guys? Oh, it's Russell. Hey, sorry, Russ. There you go. He'll take your work to new heights.
You know that Russ is the first one getting hit by the rain in this stadium. Do you know that? He's higher than everybody. So Russ is getting hit by the rain first. That's just a little fact.
Yeah, very little fact.
Doing what I can. All I know is Jimmy Bender is there braving the rain in his hoodie. Guy Hoggy would have had a big old umbrella.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, Russ is tougher than that, I'll tell you that. You see the championship game records. Kahuku 21-8 in OIA title games. Mililani, those 4 championships. 6 losses there. With a win tonight, Kahuku can capture their 29th OIA championship in school history. Manulele Ayu, the deep man to return the kick of Lyric Sarai. And this one goes out of bounds, and Kahuku can hop to have it at the 35 if they want it.
Which they didn't take the last time. They wanted Mililani to re-kick. I think they're going to do that again. They trust Mana Carvalho so much. And Manulele Ayu, we saw the 97-yard return against Punahou. They want Mililani to re-kick this.
So you see Mana Carvalho back onto the field after being tended to by the athletic trainers after taking a hit from Zeke Rodriguez, which was ruled a personal foul hit on a defenseless receiver. And there you see Ayu, grandson of the great Junior Ayu. In fact, we saw Kingsley Ayu, his father, here in the house. And things had a very busy week with the girls volleyball team doing so well. Both the OIA tournament, even the state tournament. Because at some point, if you keep having the option of allowing the team who kicked off to kick 5 yards back, they're going to run out of room. Then they're forced to kick it towards you. So that's what they hope that Lyric Sarai and company does here for the Trojans.
Maybe a squib or a pooch.
A kick from the 35, and Sarai keeps it in play, and it goes off the hands of Carvalho, and it's going to be picked up and around the 2-yard line. Carvalho in the coffin corner of the field gets brought down by Jordan Fetu.
Hey, you take that chance every time, though, when you got guys like this, though. Although they lost 23 yards on that decision, but you still take the chance with these guys.
Usually sure-handed, and we mentioned the rain that was coming through. This one just off the hands of Mana Carvalho. Actually looked up to guys like Kiala Santiago, one of the all-time great return men, special teams for Kahuku.
That guy was special. And you got to make a decision. I think they're going to figure it out. Do you wear gloves in this rain or not?
I've seen some kids, drop a pass and take off those gloves, saying, to heck with those.
Nothing like the feel on your hands over football.
The 13-yard line, Crawford throws. It's left foul. Good tackle there by Isaiah Iosefa, this talented 10th grade linebacker. Really the youngest of the Iosefa boys. Batu Moelu came through the Mililani program as well. 13 sophomores on this team, building up a bright future for Mililani.
And you know that Kahuku has emphasis on defense. It's pretty exciting to see Lefau on the field, but he's now playing both ways.
So as quickly as the rain came to sweep the stadium, it has subsided. After the gain of 3 from Lefau, Fonoti, the running back. Deep pass protects. Crawford right down the middle. Oh, wow. It's Kai Kai.
3 attempts at Kai Kai, all of them spectacular type of plays. We saw him run for a lot of yards. We saw him just miss a potential touchdown. And watch this. Does he have gloves on? Yeah, gloves on. Keep the gloves on.
My goodness. His 3rd catch here tonight in his first real full game back since the ankle injury.
Well, what a mental boost also for Kahuku to have him on the field.
After the gain of 7, it's first down. Crawford for Manutai. It is batted and incomplete. Off the ricochet, Ansaldo almost had it. It was Fetu buzzing underneath to deflect it.
I'll give a shout out to the officials not calling a penalty on that. Watch it. He's sticking to him all the way down the field. No separation. Fetu, one of the best. Good play.
That's how you play DB, everybody. You get inside positioning, you look towards the ball, you make a play on it, you box out your man, use that secondary defender to the sideline. That checked off a lot of boxes. Well done, Jordan Fetu.
Defensive play of the game so far.
2nd down and 10. Five on the rush. Crawford throws. It is complete. In a traffic, it was Lefau. We're going to rule it a catch at the 35. Roman and Anzaldo were there. Lefau had it, and he popped up like, hey, what are you guys making a big deal about?
Right.
I got it.
And, this is the 3rd time the whistle hasn't blown, and the Mililani guys kept playing. Look at that. First deflect, then into the hands of Lefau. What a catch. Watch this deflection first. Did he?
Oh, that
did he
ball's out.
catch it?
Oh, whoa, whoa.
Oh, no call from the referee close to him.
Ruled a catch.
Yeah.
Ruled a first down. It's first down to the 35 now as Crawford throws it out. Kai Carvalho gets pushed out of bounds. Let's look at it one more time. At any point does this ball hit the ground? And spin it slower, guys. All right, right there. The ball is hit the ground. Yeah, it was out.
And there's the official who's looking at the play the whole time and still called it a catch.
The penalty marker down for an illegal shift on Kahuku. Move it back.
Is that justice?
Those ball never lies kind of deal?
Yeah.
9:31 remaining.
It's surprising they're not coming out in the second half. They're bread and butter with the running play of Fonoti. They may start here.
48 rush yards tonight for Kahuku, 88 through the air. And on the ground, Fonoti backpedaling his way, keeps the legs going. They get the penalty yards and then some back. A gain of a dozen as Caden Anzaldo makes the stop.
A lot of throwing tonight for Kahuku, so the defense is not used to Fonoti running. We said you got to hit him with 3 guys. Gets away from 1, gets away from 2, but 3, and the 4th guy finally tackles him by the ankles.
David Laval trying to go over the top and get the stop there.
It doesn't work if you individually hit them 3 or 4 times. You got the 3 at one time.
Second down and 3. It's Fonoti. Look at his balance. Ventu on the top side of that after the initial contact from Tanner Pengen. Moves it to the 46. Gain of 4, the chains move.
And in every Kahuku game this year, there is what I call the moment when they start pounding away. And here comes Fonoti again. Good stop by Fetu, but enough for a first down on that run.
How many times have we said that Kahuku doesn't win games in the 4th? They win them in the 3rd. Fetu having a great night so far. 4 tackles and a pass broken up. Fonoti sliding through to the 50-yard line. Elton Sue's there, the linebacker, to make the tackle. Fonoti was munching on some Skittles usually. That's kind of his pregame thing, where his family, close friends as well, on beast mode.
And let's give a shout out to all those guys up front. Moyai and Rupp and all those boys pushing Ikakola. Saluni up front.
Yeah, you can't miss Robek Rupp. 77, the right guard. They're at 50 pounds. Fonoti. Pass Fetu. Running over Trojans. 39-yard line.
You wait for it the whole game to watch when Kahuku will put it on you. I call it. They just start running the rock. Now watch for Crawford to keep after all that attention to Fonoti.
Fonoti, limited touches in the first half. 8 catches, or 8 rushes, I should say, for 55 yards. He only had 4 rushes all in the first half.
There's Crawford.
Crawford slipping, and great effort from Elton Sue.
And Sue was just waiting for that. He had gotten sucked in. The defensive end had always gotten sucked in on the 3 previous runs. Wrong read from Crawford as defensive end did not come down on Fonoti.
So he's got 5.5 sacks this year against 5 different teams. Top 10 in the Division I Open statewide.
Lefau back on the field, 2nd and 11. Usually Fonoti and Kai is out there. Wow, what a 3 receivers set out there.
Crawford throws it to Kai Carvalho. A downfield block from Fono and Moana with a marker down near the line. This is going to be a hold against Kahuku. As Iosefa made the tackle on that opposite side, but this is going to drive the Red Raiders back even more.
They put Lefau out there. It's a good blocker. And you throw Kaikai. That's scary for the defensive backs when you got them out there.
And it is a hold. More self-inflicted wounds. This time for Kahuku. Moves it to the 50-yard line. Might be on Stanley Ross, 57.
Watch the middle of the line. There's Stanley Ross. A little grab, turning the defender towards the Kahuku sideline, and the umps called it.
Second down and 21. It's a big opportunity for Mililani to try and get a stop these next couple of plays. Crawford, blitz coming, firing middle off the hands of Iosefa. Got a paw in there to deflect it for the Trojans.
You know, and that paw interrupted a definite interception. Ooh. Watch this. Here comes the paw, but watch the defender back there. Oh!
And off the deflection on Zaldo on the top side of that. They were just too close together, but a great play there. Now one more play to try and get the ball back.
Kai Carvalho near side.
They'll put Lefau in the left slot. Keep here Crawford. Outside run Crawford. Crawford sprinting ahead. They'll bring a fourth in about 9 as Rodriguez and Hunter makes the tackle.
A couple of times we saw Crawford run, and he heads to the sidelines. Well, that time he put his head down and got as many yards as he could.
It's like Tinka Moyai.
Let's watch Moyai pull. Great pulling guards out there. And gets, taken down from the backside.
Elijah Nua might have collided with him. Tinka Moyai, who really been one of the hearts and souls of this defense. It's brutal. He was trying to block downfield, but then when Nua comes, accidentally whips into him and into that leg.
And that's how the big boys get hurt, right? From behind. He doesn't see. Watch 40 fall on his left leg. Oh, and that ankle.
Yeah. Here's another look at it right there. Right there, you saw the ankle turn.
Left, right.
Good news is, as of now, he's walking under his own strength for the most part. He's in great hands with the team doctors and the athletic trainers.
You just hope it didn't tweak the knee.
A couple of years ago, Kahuku was really bitten by a lot of knee injuries to the point where Sterling Carvalho said, we've been a needy team this year. We've just been suffering so many injuries.
And so many other athletes to make up for those losses.
4th down and 9. Kahuku opting to go for their 1 for 3 on 4th downs tonight. Crawford underneath. This is pulled in by Mana Carvalho. Sprinting ahead in the red zone. Carvalho still going inside the 5.
If it ain't one Carvalho, it's the other. Number 11 or number 2. It was a drag pattern. Watch everybody on the left side just go all the way down. He catches the drag across and then drags everybody into the end zone. 3 guys miss, and then he keeps going, churn, down to the 2-yard line.
Iosefa and Fetu trying to get the tackle, couldn't get to him, and Zaldo finally able to pull him down. Remember, in last year's OIA championship game, Lefau did a similar thing. He dragged 3 players on his way to the end zone. A near mirror image play here in 2022. 1st and goal, Big Red. Here comes Crawford for his 2nd rushing touchdown tonight.
Beautifully done.
The late flag is out as Crawford, who only had 2 rushing touchdowns entering tonight, has 2 in this game alone.
It's all about reading that defensive end. And Crawford is masterful tonight. Just one mistake on that read. But everybody is concentrating on Fono T, and it's really easy for Vika Crawford to pull off these runs tonight.
The touchdown is good, but after the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on Crawford. It's in number 1. And it'll be assessed on the kickoff. And they sell the heck out of this thing, and Crawford.
Watch defensive end. 49 goes down towards Fono T, wide open. Oh, yeah. Well, he was talking about love.
This is good. Kahuku on a 13-play drive that took nearly 6.5 minutes in the period. Scores a touchdown.
Dance party.
Let's go.
When inspiration strikes, say yes with the new Priority Unlimited credit card from First Hawaiian Bank. Wherever you shop, whatever you're shopping for, you can earn 2% cash back on everything you buy. From small stuff to big stuff to stuff you want. A card that rewards you for every purchase and helps you stay connected to everything that matters.
This year, we are more thankful than ever. Instead of spending your time cooking, order a pre-made Thanksgiving feast from Zippy's.com or give one to those who deserve it most, so you can spend more time together. Order Zippy's Thanksgiving packages online and save up to $20. Order now at this special price. We usually sell out.
Saturday, the Rainbow Warriors set their sights on lassoing the Cowboys. It's Hawaii versus Wyoming. Order it today on Spectrum Sports pay-per-view.
Well, Vika Crawford, who really was fully committed heading into this season and emerged as a leader. He opted only to go to local camps. He didn't want to go to any camps on the continent. Wanted to stay home, really perfect his craft. And because of it, everyone has really thrived and succeeded and benefited from it. So Crawford always said, you know, my biggest games of my career were against Mililani, and he's proving it here again. He 3-0 against them. There's a couple years of varsity ball. He has all the points here, Rory.
Yeah. For a guy with hair envy, as my friends at home are saying, what's up with the hair? Michael Crawford and that rat there, he laughed about it last week. I kept the tail, Is that a good luck thing? You keep it to the tournament? We'll see.
Mililani's offense has been off the field for a while. Here comes McGee off of him. Now collects at around the 10-yard line. And now he stumbles. And McGee, nowhere to go. Madden Soliai and Kitioni Nakao City making the stop.
Mr. Special Teams right there. Madden Soliai. A little harder. Maybe the bounce. Crazy rain not causing that. Stumbles, can't get his feet. Watch 21 come in and make another play.
Soliai one more time. Kahuku had the ball with 2 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the second period, and they've had that ball all the way till 5:17 here in the third. That's a long time. It's almost half an hour since Mililani's offense got the ball. Half an hour in real time. Trying to move it everywhere.
And now it shows, right? Off timing on the offense.
Like it's against Garcia, the right tackle.
You see the center slapping himself in the head. It's been a problem for Mililani all year. Offside.
As far as the matchups go for the state tournament, it's no secret, especially with the two leagues in the open division, and 3 coming from the OIA. is Tanabe in the pocket, and he's sacked. Look out, it's Stanley Ross.
Oh.
And a marker is out after the end of it.
Whoa.
Sterling Carvalho didn't like it, and he said, somebody take that guy out.
All right, here comes Ross. Just destructive. Keep it down. Oh, no. And his teammate tried to stop him. LeBron Williams tried to stop the arm.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against Kahuku. And he is getting an earful right now.
Deservedly so, too, right? In the wide open field.
You know, high school football is so huge in Hawaii, right? You have to remember they're high school kids, right? That emotions always come out, but also as a high school athlete, you do have to understand that your actions could hurt your team. And after a great play from Ross, it is neutralized by that 15-yard penalty, and now it brings up 2nd down and 7. So pretty much a net gain of 3 for Mililani. A pump, a chase. Here comes Tanabe. Forced out there by Faleatuaia. 25-yard line he goes. It'll be a gain of 4.
Really the first time we've seen Tanabe run tonight. Watch this pump fake. Maybe he was expecting a curl and go, but he runs pretty well.
Tanabe saying, hey, my work ethic always came from my family. He always talked about staying humble, staying composed. Their support means so much, and the work that he's put in the offseason has been great.
They're giving Raymond Roller a lot of space up on top.
Second receiver in that slot. 3rd down and a couple. They throw it right to Roller in a tight window to get a 1st down.
Too much space.
Aiden Manutai made the tackle at the 30. They needed 3, they got 5, and the chains move for the Trojans.
Sometimes the game is really easy, right? Nobody's in front of you. You've been going in short patterns all night. Just take a couple steps, turn around.
Or I think they've only thrown the ball further than 20 yards. Only a couple times so far here. They haven't taken the deep shot that often.
They took a shot down there where Salanoa was out of bounds.
On the ground, here comes Kahana Travis. He slipped by Stanson Pula, but Pula got enough of the leg to trip him down. Got 5 out of it.
Kahana Travis is getting banged up by a whole bunch of D1 recruits. This is not the JV anymore. You're going to start with those defensive backs coming up.
This is the first drive of the second half for Mililani. And after Kahuku took a little more than half the 3rd quarter clock to score a touchdown, put him up 14. Tanabe throws. Here's McGee. Dropped it. Need to turn a tad early.
A nice setup out there. Trips to the right. He had blockers engaged. You got to watch that into your hands. With Tanabe on the field, you got to help him out. Look at the blocking down there. He had 2. He had the lane to run. Running before you catch the ball.
He was a clutch receiver in the big games last year, too, against Kahuku in the OIA championship, against St. Louis in the state semifinal. Just couldn't pull that one down. Kahana Travis is parked on the sideline. In the meantime, it is Tanabe to take off, and he slides down awkwardly, gets 3, bring a 4th and a couple as Stanley Ross makes the stop.
Stanley Ross missed him initially, then atoned for himself for that penalty and kept the pursuit. Step up in the pocket. Stanley Ross goes by. He gets up again. You don't want that guy chasing you down.
Ross was a transfer from Sky Ridge High School in Utah. Brother Milo, also a player on this Kahuku team as an offensive lineman, showing that they're going to go for it on 4th down to try and draw him off. Kahuku stayed disciplined, but Mililani is going to take time. 2:32 remaining here in the 3rd, and it's a 14-point Kahuku lead.
Rainbow Wahine Volleyball. Always looking to make an impact with big kills, stifling blocks, and acrobatic digs. Cheer on your Rainbow Wahine. Only on OC16. Exclusively on Spectrum.
This week on Hawaiian Extreme Sports TV, we cross 3 channels with the Hawaiian Sailing Canoe Association. We check out a hidden big wave spot on Maui, and we explore the Honolulu River in Haleiwa. Tune in to Hawaiian Extreme Sports TV only on Spectrum OC16. 100% original, 100% local.
You already know that Spectrum Sports has the most coverage of University of Hawaii sports. And OC16 and XCast has the most coverage of Hawaii high school sports. But now, the game has changed, and you have even more ways to watch the local sports you love. On TV, online, and on the go. Your access to the best coverage of local sports is available wherever you want it. Only on Spectrum Sports, OC16, and XCast.
Mililani's got 4th down and 2 coming up, and the punting unit onto the field is Mikel Paiva. Gets ready to punt this one. Kahuku looking for some special teams magic here with a 14-point advantage and 2.5 remaining in the third.
Oh.
The block is there. Guess who? Manon Soliai, for the 4th straight game on TV, gets a punt block for Kahuku.
I mean, the scouting report should watch him as on the punts, right? 4th game in a row. We started with St. Francis, then you had Mililani, then you had Kapolei, and then watch him come on the edge. Nobody blocked Manon Soliai.
Oh. Wow.
4th game in a row. He lays out. It's a trademark for Manon Soliai. No.
Went around Isaiah Iosefa. It's a mad world, man. You're gonna get it again. And Kahuku will set up shop after 38. 2:25 to go here. 1st and 10 in the third. It's Crawford chased from behind Elton Sue. The sack. 6.5 now on the season.
Well, it's the first time a sack for the defense. Good move on the outside. Lower that outside, the inside shoulder and get past the tackle. That was rough. For the first time I see somebody pass rough on a pass protection.
Clock still spinning here with 1:52 and counting in the third. It's a 14-0 Kahuku lead. And here comes 2nd down and 17 for the Red Raiders. They have dominated this third quarter clock. And Crawford's got all the points so far in the game. Those 2 rushing touchdowns, the difference. Crawford gives it Fonoti. Lowering the shoulder, and Zeke Rodriguez gives him a slap on the back of the helmet. Good sportsmanship from Zeke.
We saw a couple of weeks ago where Crawford would hand the ball up to Fonoti and then push him. Oh, they got the perfect balance right now. Defense is really thrown off. Defensive ends are not coming down on Fonoti, which gives him extra yards to run. And they're watching Crawford right now.
So for Fonoti, no touchdowns tonight, but when he does score, I mean, it's pretty consistent. Averaging 8 a rush. Here comes Fonoti to run it through with 48 seconds to go. Rage McClintock makes the tackle.
I'll tell you what, when Kahuku gets into this mode, nearly unbeatable. Fonoti called it the bread and butter of their game. Get behind those big running, the linemen, and run the ball Kahuku style.
Now it's 4th down and 6, so after the sack from Elton Sue to push Kahuku back further. 18 seconds to go.
You got all the great short yardage receivers. Callum's on the inside.
8 seconds to go. Crawford underneath. Mana Carvalho with Fetu chasing. And finally stopped out there as the third quarter clock comes to an end.
And they went the opposite side of the aforementioned drag pattern. Same pattern.
The block from Manin Soliai to keep it going. Everything working. The rush from Crawford. 14-0 Kahuku after 3.
With OC16.TV, never miss a game at home or on the go. Look for the Now Playing section on the homepage, sign in with your Spectrum username and password, and enjoy.
Taco Bell is so good and so cheap.
I know, right? I wonder why.
What if they know we're broke? What if they're trying to be the good guys?
Ah, thanks, Taco Bell!
From Malka to Mackay, make Honda your perfect island ride.
It's a party every time you're in a fun Honda Civic or HRV. So grab your Aloha, hit play on Apple Music, and get the patina started in style. New Hondas are arriving daily. Get into an UI Civic or HRV. Your perfect island ride.
See a Hawaii Honda dealer today. Tell them Henry sent you.
Taco Bell is so good and so cheap.
I know, right? I wonder why.
What if they know we're broke? What if they're trying to be the good guys?
Ah, thanks, Taco Bell!
On the right there you see Brandismir Fuentes. He will be the outgoing president of the Oahu Football Officials Association. His job will take him overseas for at least a year, so this season is his last season. He worked the JV game. He's been a great official for more than 2 decades, and we will certainly appreciate his help with our broadcast and his professionalism. He was a great president in leading that Oahu Officials Association to bigger and better things and creating more opportunities for younger officials, implementing the right tools so that they can succeed in this sport. And so Brandis, if you're watching, we appreciate all your hard work, and we hope to see you a little bit later on in the postseason. Fourth quarter begins with Rory Kim and Jimmy Bender, Felipe Ojastro. Kuku had the ball for 8 minutes and 59 seconds, and they had 17 plays for 125 yards. Here they are from the 15. Crawford will throw it back, shoulder! It is incomplete at the turf, off of Carvalho, and Gavin Hunter was guarding him.
I thought he got that one. That wasn't back shoulder, that was back ankle.
How close was this?
I think he picked it up. Watch Crawford's throw. Just awesome. He got it.
Oh, he got that.
Oh, Mana, that was a touchdown taken away from you.
Did he secure it all the way through? Yeah.
Yep.
Stayed in bounds. Oh.
Maybe that was made up for the foul miss.
Second down. Fonoti. Ripped down by Kamaehu Roman.
Oh, it's so beautiful to watch this guy. Look, he doesn't get hit 5 yards down the field. Then the first guy is like nothing every time. He gets down. There's the first arm tackle. Another guy has to come in. Now that's 7 yards already.
Forces 3rd and 1. This is 4-down territory all the way for Kahuku. Zemisi Sinopopo, 65, a new offensive lineman in because he's replacing Camilo Ross, 51, who's hopping off the field, and now Kahuku forced to take a timeout with the play clock running down. Personnel changes on the front 5 force Kahuku to burn a timeout, knocking on the door, trying to make it a 3-score game.
Home. It's where you live, you're happy. At Bank of Hawaii, we want to help you live it even more. So to help you do more with today's record high home values, we've increased the amount you can access of your hard-earned equity to up to $400,000 without an appraisal. You can even lock in a low fixed rate for the first 5 years. Apply with Simplify by Bank of Hawaii. It's the fast, easy way to get more cash, more peace of mind, and just plain more happy.
Get a free coffee with the purchase of any local breakfast platter when you order through the McDonald's app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At Spectrum News, we're striving to help inform your community, providing the latest news from journalists right here in Hawaii, the local sports you love, and now the local news and weather that matter most to you. Download the all-new Spectrum News app exclusively for Spectrum customers. Your community connection.
Let's get cooking.
Oh, nice! I love my job. Follow me.
Earlier, we had a rainbow and beautiful, beautiful setting to kind of cool off the humidity. This was early in the day at Skipadia Stadium at Kusunoki Field. But since then, we've had passing showers all throughout. The temperature's been nice. Kahuku trying to punch it in for the third time tonight. Here comes Fonoti. They'll get a first down. It'll be first and goal, Kahuku.
Right behind Rupp and the big boys on the line. Lauvao on the tackle.
And he'll have to come out because his helmet popped off. So he has to come out for one play. In for him will be Tanner Pangan, 16, will play defensive tackle here for Mililani. First and goal, Kahuku. Fonoti, across, touchdown, Red Raiders.
Too strong. A couple of weeks ago, you usually ask people how much they bench, but you got to ask, how much do you squat, young man? Strong.
14th touchdown of the year. He's had a touchdown rush in now 5 consecutive games.
And you know what set that up is all those Crawford runs, because the defensive end didn't commit to either Fonoti. He was kind of hedging towards Crawford and arm tackles. Fonoti.
Mariterangi 31 of 33. And he puts this one through. And Kahuku's up blackjack.
Off tackle. Look at Rupp just pushed the entire line inside, and one-on-one, you're not going to stop Fonoti.
So we talked about the passing game, right, all throughout the season for Kahuku and how it's developed over the last 3 years with their 7-on-7 team. 186 pass yards per game. 3 rushing touchdowns. Old school Kahuku back here. 2 from the quarterback, Crawford, this one from Fonoti.
Sterling is animated about something. But you know what? That passing game really sets up their running game, and it helps to have a guy that you can't stop like Fonoti. But you have to have that balance that Kahuku never really have over the years. But this year, hard to beat.
You see he's talking to a defensive coordinator, Nihoa Pule, one of the best, and I mean the absolute best in the state. And his teachings, his demeanor, he always stays calm, and you're going to find very, very, very few people more prepared than Nihoa Pule. He is A1. The Kahuku's got a 21-point lead here with a 10:58 remaining. And the scary thing about Kahuku when you watch them, like even though they're up 3 scores, they'll celebrate for their teammates, but then they get right back to this silent mode on the sidelines. It is very scary. This kick goes out of bounds, and Mililani can have it at the 35 if they want it.
All right, so if you're Mililani, do the same thing that Kahuku did. Get them back and take the call, or you take it at 35, take it at 35.
They're kicking with the wind too, right? So I would push him back.
They're going to make him kick again.
Rakiva Kahana Travis, along with Raymond Roller, back deep to return this kick from Brock Fenor Moana. Nami Mariterangi, one of the kicking coaches here. It's hard with this group. I don't know if there's anything that Brock Fenor Moana doesn't do with this team, right? He plays receiver. He plays any position basically on defense that you want. He's a kicker.
See, but anybody can play all positions. He plays them all well.
What positions did you play? For the 15, here's Kahana Travis. Fake the flip toe roller. Here comes Kahana Travis. Chased there by Ayu.
Oh, he's short of the 35.
Long way to get there. It was Manulele Ayu to stop him.
Making a tackle for Kahuku, number 3, Kingsley Ayuk.
A special teams stopper there to the 32. Expect Mililani to open it more down the field here.
Yep, keep to their game plan. We're only three scores down. Don't go crazy with it, but you can take a shot down the field.
One trip in the red zone that had a pass was incomplete and intercepted. As we have a penalty marker down.
The problem with going down the field is that now Kahuku is pulling their ears back, and the linebackers who come on the blitzes, and there won't be more than 1, 2, 3 count to throw the ball.
Kahana Travis is the running back. This will start at the 27 now. Open it up behind Tsuchiyama. Tsuchiyama carve it in, guarded by Junior Toilolo.
If you look at that defensive backfield, they talked about gap integrity in the backfield. They're just all doing their job. Look at all the athletes. Wanoy Moana back there. New. That's a dangerous bunch to throw into. They foul peeling back now to watch for the pass.
Second down.
Comes the blitz.
Fake it. Tanape. Got time, and he threw it high, intended for Salanoa. With the 10:33 remaining in Monotai guarding. While we have a moment, I'll give all of you a quick score update. I just got a text message as Campbell right now on top of Kapolei 36-34, end of the third. You know who texted me that? Darren Hernandez.
Oh, stop.
Texted me that.
He's the coach of Kapolei.
That's right. All the best to Darren Hernandez and to Darren Johnson.
Thanks, Darren.
Remember, the winner of that will advance to the state tournament. The loser will turn in their pads on Monday. Not only that, you win that game, extend your season by at least 3 weeks, because your next game is going to be on the 18th. Delay a game. Oh, it's getting a little brutal now. The matchups are already set as far as the Division I Open tournament. The OIA champion is going to play the OIA 3 seed, and the ILH champion will play the OIA runner-up. It's just a matter of who are those teams. Of course, an ILH title can be taken tomorrow if Punahou can defeat St. Louis for the 3rd time this season. Throws it out, Kahana Travis. Yeah, it's submarine there by Sean New Jr. So Sean New Jr. His uncle Nai Fotu wore 42, but 42 wasn't available on the Kahuku team. So he picked the best option, 4.
Throw it out there. They try to block, can't hold the block. Neal moves up, makes the tackle, a nice play.
Those Kahana Travises, by the way, they were the 1-2 combination quarterback running back a year ago for that JV title team. Try to get him out into space. Here comes the punt. That one's blocked again. Picked up by Lafau. Trying to bring people with him. Manning Soliai for the second time tonight has blocked a punt.
This is his 5th punt block in 4 weeks. Now let's watch the scheme of how they thought to block. I mean, you have somebody that blocked 4 punts. You think you'd have somebody out on them, but nobody's out on them.
A right hand this time.
Wow.
Now you see him, now you don't.
Yeah, it almost looks like he picks a spot. He runs to that spot, lays out, and this time being blocked at the same time.
Yeah, and the more impressive thing is he has to find the right angle to avoid making contact with the kicker. Right. Fonoti spun down to the ground. Where are you going, says Ezekiel Rodriguez, who makes the tackle his 5th tonight. It's Fonoti, 87 rush yards, 13 away from another 100-yard rushing performance.
Yeah, and you're going to get this all night long. The starters are going to stay in. They get 3 weeks until their next game. Coming in, McPherson at running back.
So Keona Pauahi McPherson averaging 7 a rush this year, but a good pass protector. He will get this call. Go quickly down to the ground. It was Elijah Semeatu able to get to him.
And those big boys up front working. If you're Sterling Carvalho, you pull some of your starters starting when? When do you do that? 8 minutes to go.
Kahuku picked it around the top 25 in the national rankings after nearly defeating St. Francis from Maryland.
All right, then did St. Francis drop after that game?
Of course, with St. John Bosco losing to Mater Dei, Mater Dei hopped to the #1 spot. Manoa Hallam's in motion. Penalty marker down, delay a game, Kahuku. Now, obviously, we don't have a Loa Stadium, unfortunately, for the state tournament. Typically, OIA championship nights would be there, but also one of the benefits of the Loa Stadium, we had shot clocks and play clocks on the end zones. Nothing like that here. You really got to go on the back judge's hands and the communication skills of your coaches.
So they give a signal at 10 seconds.
Straight hand up.
Straight hand up, and then 5 seconds, closed fist.
Straight hand up right now. It's 10 seconds on the play clock. Now it's 5. And they saw it, and they got to take a timeout. Well.
Years. They have told you their stories. It is important to know that many of these folks have been sentenced to a life of pain because of someone else's careless act behind the wheel. Texting, drinking and driving, or ignoring a red light. We hope you never need us. But if you do, Levitt, Yamani, and Soldner will be there to help put the pieces back together.
This year, we are more thankful than ever. Instead of spending your time cooking, order a pre-made Thanksgiving feast from Zippies.com or give one to those who deserve it most, so you can spend more time together. Order Zippy's Thanksgiving packages online and save up to $20. Order now at this special price. We usually sell out.
Saturday, rev up the engines. The finish line's in sight in the chase for the crown. It's an OIA Football Championship doubleheader only on OC16, exclusively on Spectrum.
Third down and 8, Kahuku. Ball is on.
Kahuku has 3rd and 8. They have 261 yards of offense. Crawford's rushed for 2 touchdowns. He's thrown for 142 yards.
4 receivers to the right.
In the pattern, Crawford lets it go. It's caught and in for the touchdown.
All he does is catch touchdowns.
Cash money. Jordan Fetu and Rodriguez were there, and Cash Ka'io is there as well for the score.
Watch Ka'io, nice play by Crawford looking away. The receiver 4 on the right, and then a stick in the end zone. But Ka'io with another touchdown. 3 a couple weeks ago, 1 against Mililani, and then 1 against Kapolei, and then tonight.
Good. 28-0.
And he gets to watch it back.
Ka'io has 14 catches this year. 5 of them have been touchdowns.
Signature skinny post. That's his pattern. It's really simple. 101 on the outside. Kaboom.
18th touchdown pass for Crawford this year. Crawford now with his 157 passing yards.
puts them over 2,000 this season. And Ka'io, Gavin Hunter was the red zone target for Mililani. Ka'io, very similar here for Kahuku. And Kahuku really pouring it on. And Kahuku looking at the monitor, which is a unique setup, because remember at Carlton E. Weimer Field, they have tents with the huddle camera situated. But now they have a television screen, and it's facing the field, so that means the players have to face the stand, so they have to turn a bench around. Technology has come a long way, especially for these teams to utilize and try and take advantage of. From around the 2-yard line, here's Kahana Travis. Lehiva Kahana Travis to around the 25-yard line.
Boy, watch the pursuit if we got that one from Shaden Kanoa. Ran down, ran past the return man, and came all the way back and made the tackle.
That window of opportunity closing quick. Here for Mililani. Tanape 12 of 20, 86 yards, 2 interceptions. And there's Kahana Travis again. Tanape has done a good job here for the most part tonight. Keeney McMillan's been a great leader as well. Those two 1-2 all season long. You gotta wonder what Keeney McMillan's thinking at this point, right? Because not from his team's progress tonight, but the knee injury from a year ago, a knee injury now. It took him out of the state tournament and the OIA tournament in 2021. You just hope that everyone stays healthy at the most important time of the year. They've got 18 days essentially to rest. And there you see McMillan. He's got over 2,400 yards. This one's deflected up and incomplete.
He played the entire game without knowing. Sometimes an ACL or I know an MCL, you can still play a little bit. Feels a little wobbly, but he had the meniscus. That's on the front by the kneecap. I'm not a doctor, but I play one on the radio and TV. So, did they confirm, or was this a cautionary stay out?
Well, both, right? Cautionary stay. I talked with, more on that in a second. Here comes Tanape, and that throw is caught by Salanoa. Maybe marked out. Manutai made the tackle near the first down stick.
Salanoa, another solid game.
McKinney notified me earlier in the week about that potential, and that he's doing okay. Samuel trying to run it for a first down. He gets pulled back. Nidus Awelua and company.
The god of inertia, Nidus Awelua. Good stop. Will we see Sundataranga in at quarterback for Kahuku? Watch this, initial hit. Here comes Nidus. And Stanley, all those guys in there. Oh, must be so fun to play with these guys.
You're right, Rory. Sitani Sundataranga, who took one snap in the first half after Vicar Crawford's helmet popped off, now comes in for the junior. Was nearly 100 pass yards for the season. Kiona Poahi McPherson. And Kiona Poahi McPherson gets knocked down by Ezekiel Rodriguez, who has now a half dozen tackles this season. A good run, though, to the 28.
Yeah, with Fonoti so exceptional, a guy like McPherson would be a starter on any other team in the OIA. On any island. What does Darren say? On any island at any time.
League.
Any league.
There's Lawaki and Hawaii McPherson. This is Damon Lawaki this time. Gonna plunge it forward, and forward progress will keep him about a couple yards shy of the first down. Let's talk about the turning points in this game, right? So the interception thrown and taken away by Sean Niu, turned into a touchdown, 7-0. Mililani marches to the red zone, tries to take a shot in the end zone, intercepted by Leon Elefau. Then that third quarter drive to start the second half. 6.5 minutes off the clock. 14-0, and since then, Kahuku's just had this game in a vice grip.
That is exactly in order that it happened. 3rd and long, and they went, and Neil stepped in front of the pass.
Going up on McPherson. Kahuku Salima able to make the tackle here for Mililani. So with Kahuku, no likelihood going to win this game. They'll capture a 29th OIA championship, and then they'll get one of the 2 seeded berths heading into the 4-team First Hawaiian Bank Division I Open Championship Tournament.
Hey, if you have the chance, go to channel 14 on Spectrum on the channels and watch the Punahou Kahuku game. That was a classic. We may be heading towards that in the state finals.
You're right, Doctor.
I'm just playing one. I'm just playing one.
4th and 4, Sunga Tauranga downfield. Vendiola! Did he catch it? Did he catch it? Oh, he did! Touchdown!
Nice to see the guys come into the game. They haven't played much all year. But given the chance. Last week, Carson made a catch. Look at Sunga Tauranga put it up. It's a one-on-one battle. Oh, look at Gavin Hunter still in the game. And what a catch.
Phenomenal grab. After battling hamstring injuries over the last few weeks, he re-aggravated it during a warm-up before a game, but now here he comes. Gemini Vendiola was at the campus atop the hill a year ago. Now on the campus atop the island on the North Shore, pulls it down.
Woo, good to watch, right? Last week, a couple of weeks ago, Fonoti said, all I do is try to get my friends into the game that don't play much. Vendiola showing out tonight, the senior, 5'11", 173 pounds, over one of the better defenders in the OIA, Gavin Hunter.
Oh, what a catch. I can't get over that.
Look at that. Camel work also right in on that play.
First touchdown catch of the year for him. The tomahawk chops back in full effect. So Mililani, 4:35 remaining. Kahuku on top by 35. The clock's only going to stop on those 4 situations: scores, penalties, injuries, timeouts. Wow. Can't get over that catch. It was a 21-14 Kahuku win last year in the OIA final. Then 7-3 Kahuku. Remember, it was at Kelson Tangaro Kanoa 93-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. About 5.5 left in the 4th.
And you talk about the catch. Vendiola, great catch. But Sunga Tauranga throwing it down 40 yards.
Kahana Travis, as his clock will continue to spin. With 4:24 remaining, let's see here.
Someone's like Robert Victor said, why did you throw the flag? Bob's Barbecue closes in 15 minutes.
We got 45 minutes, really.
I haven't. That's one thing I haven't done.
No, clearly you haven't.
Kept up with Bob's Barbecue. You tell me about Zippy's, I will know every single one what time they close.
How about the one over here, Kalihi?
23 minutes.
No, 12 o'clock. You think they close at 10:37? Downfield shot. It is Sadano. Oh, it's intercepted. Plucked out of the air. Manon Suliai having himself a night in the OIA final.
crazy, folks. You're watching this game. That guy's a freshman. You forget, Madden Soliai is a freshman. He was beaten down the field and made up the space. And what balls, because you can tell when he blocks the punts, he's so in control of his body. This one pushes into the receiver and then makes the interception. What a player, man.
No, good call, Rory. You nailed it right in the head. And Soliai gets his 3rd interception of the year. Interceptions against Punahou, Kapolei, and now, tonight, Mililani. After the penalty, which was declined, Kahuku will get the ball with 4:08 remaining. Those 2 block punts fueling Kahuku en route to yet another OIA championship. Oh, he had movement everywhere against Kahuku. Kahuku's always had those games, and we see in the last 4 or 5 weeks, right? Slow starts, and then something clicks, second half hits, third quarter hits.
See what happens is when they're up by 14, you think that's such a significant lead that you're trying to do all kinds of things. You make mistakes, they get interceptions, they take advantage of that, and then they just pour it on in the 4th quarter because you get desperate.
Kiona Po'ai McPherson tripping forward right in front of Elijah Semeatu, who helped made the tackle.
So a lot of guys getting playing time now on both sides.
I'll tell you what, I can't wait for this state tournament, man. This is going to be fun.
Looks like a head-on. Did Punahou beat St. Louis and still have to play?
They still have to play tomorrow. Yep.
Okay.
And if St. Louis beats them tomorrow, then they'll have to play the following weekend, next weekend, for the overall ILH championship.
If we're on that track of Kahuku meeting Punahou, that'll be another classic.
Right now, it's about 8 minutes to go in the game between Campbell and Kapolei. And Campbell still on top by 2, 36-34. Remember, that game's played at a neutral site in Nanakuli. The pitch back to Manoa Hallams. Hallams was wearing the opposite team's uniform a year ago. Found himself a nice home. Caden Anzaldo able to make the tackle. Hallams will have to start here tonight.
It's been 3 weeks since Hallams actually had the ball in his hands during a play. He was open a couple of times last week on patterns, and they couldn't. Short touchdowns, and Crawford didn't throw it to him. But this time is the first time he actually got it. He shows what he can do with the ball.
Hallams able to get his 19th catch of the year.
Hey, happy birthday to his Uncle Tease today.
Oh, is it today?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Big Tease.
Fake the pitch, taking himself to Sunga Toranga. Took too much time, and a great effort there from Elijah Semeatu to make the stop. Kahuku wanted to not leave any question marks on the field, but there will be some question marks because they are football fans out there, right? The Campbell game, when it rained, how well would have Campbell done had they played on a dry field in a normal condition? Here tonight, there's going to be some talk about, well, how would have Mililani played if they had their full staff? Bottom line is this, though. Kahuku just dominated.
Yeah, that's all. To me, there's no question about who's the top team in the OIA.
Punt here from Mana Carvalho. And they hang. Did that hit him?
Yes.
Manulele Ayu able to get it. He can't advance if it is him, but it'll be ruled Mililani ball. He ruled Mililani ball. First touch there. Wow.
Wait a minute. It's one of those when in volleyball where they go and you see if there's a touch. Oh
boy. Gavin Hunter was.
What was that?
With 1:24 to go.
Hunter is, hands up in the air for Hunter. I didn't touch it.
Not sure why the clock stopped here at this point. Should be still running with the mercy rule timing and everything cosmetic here. So Mana Terape, 13-23, 92 yards, 3 interceptions. But don't let this night kind of cloud your judgment on the totality of his career. There's a Terape doing some great work ethics. That one just goes short of Derek Tsuchiyama. And Tyson Rodriguez is guarding him.
So moving forward, how long does Mililani have until they play?
Well, both teams, in fact, all 4 teams.
18.
We'll have a date November 18th. It's a big weekend to determine league champions. So brackets soon to be revealed on your various media outlets. Through the middle is Kahana Travis. Kahuku scored in the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th quarters. They put a 21 burger here in the period. En route to a convincing win. Sterling Carvalho opting not to wear the white pants here tonight. Wanted to go sleek. Kahana Travis able to get ripped down. Mililani gonna try and get one more playoff. 10 seconds to go. That might be it.
And let it go. Be injury free.
Absolutely dominated this one. A convincing win as Kahuku, the 2022 OIA Division I Open champions. They aspire to go higher this season. With the season ending in the Division I Open in about 4 weeks, a lot more work to be done. And a chance for Mililani to rebound with their state semifinal games beginning on the 18th. It's the shower of champions. It stings and it also feels good. The 29-time Kahuku back on top of the OIA mountain.
Want a real taste of New York? The classic New York pizza offers a big, bold taste only in Hawaii. It's handmade with 16 inches of foldable crust, a sweet marinara sauce, and your favorite topping. And at 30% larger than our large, classic New York pizza is only $10.99 for carryout. Bring together your family and friends for a classic New York pizza party. Each pizza is just $10.99 for carryout. Classic New York pizza. So close, you can taste it. Only at Hawaii Pizza Hut.
Grab your boxes, lock and key, and that's all you need. Storing at the bank, self-storage. Attachments, rentals online, furniture specials all the time. Storing at the bank, self-storage.
Hey, how's it? I'm Lanai and you're watching Spectrum OC16.
This week on Hawaiian Extreme Sports TV, we cross 3 channels with the Hawaiian Sailing Canoe Association. We check out a hidden big wave spot on Maui, and we explore the Honolulu River in Haleiwa. Tune in to Hawaiian Extreme Sports TV only on Spectrum OC16. 100% original, 100% local.
Hey, how's it going? You got Lanai with Cooking Hawaiian Style, presented by Aloha Mortgage Advisors. And look who's in the kitchen next week. It's Keilana Mokulehua. What are you going to make?
Today, we're going to be making 2 of my favorite dishes passed down in my family. We're going to make Kulua pig nachos, and we're going to actually make fresh lomi salmon, salt the salmon. So we're going to teach you all of that. And then my favorite dessert, some bread pudding. And I'm super excited to show you.
Wow, you're like an executive chef.
You know.
Check your local listings for times. It's Cooking Hawaiian Style.
35-0 the final. Kahuku wins the OIA Division I Open Championship. Yet again, their 3rd straight title. Corey, that second half, magnificent here for Big Red.
Yeah, they almost make you feel like you have a chance after the first half, right? 7-0, and then they just put it on you. They force you to make mistakes. They capitalize, and then they continue to make touchdowns up until 35-0.
And really, from the get-go, it was Vika Crawford to set the tone early, get the 2 rushing touchdowns to jump out in front, 14-0. Kuku never looked back. Vika Crawford, the Hawaii Honda Dealers impact player for Big Red. with Jimmy.
And my man is grooving over here to the Bruno Mars they're playing right now. Vika 7-0 at the half, you know, and Coach was saying needed to make some adjustments, needed to take advantage of the opportunities that you're given, and then you came out lights out in the second half. What was the difference?
Well, yeah, in the first half, I came out kind of slow. So I know I just had to pick it up, because if I picked it up, then everyone else would follow me. So I just, you know, just stuck to the game plan and just went throughout my keys and reads, and yeah.
And I know it's fun, you know, to be able to play the whole game, but when you get to the point where you're winning by so much that Sitani gets to come in and some of the other guys, how cool is that?
Oh, that's the best feeling ever, just knowing that we were able to give our brothers some playing times, because they work just as hard as us. You know, they come to practice every day. They're always competing with us. They make us better. So it's just like I don't know. It just feels good being able to have them play.
And let's talk about the rat tail, because Rory mentioned it too. It's not quite a rat tail today. What's going on with it?
Nah, so I switched it up today. It's not no rat tail no more. I call this a flowy tail. You know what I'm saying? A flowy tail.
Oh, look at
you know
that.
What I'm saying? It got little bumps from the braid, but that's all right.
All right, you got a few weeks off before States, but what are your thoughts about going into States? What are you guys thinking?
We just gotta continue to work, continue to get better. We have a lot of things to improve on, so just gotta continue to get better every day and just bring our best out here.
Go join the boys, man. You deserved it. Micah Crawford, impact player, back to you.
4-0 career record now against Mililani. He said he has his best games against the Trojans. This one no different. The 2 rushing touchdowns and the passing TD. Very nicely done here from the senior Crawford.
He said something really key. He said keys and reads. That's what he was doing. He kept them off balance all night long because he was a threat to run. And when he did give it to the running backs, they could run because they were open. And then his throw right on Kai, everybody in on the game.
Kahuku with 324 yards of total offense, doubling up and then some over Mililani, 150 yards of total offense for the Trojans. Let's take a look at the Hawaii Honda Dealers impact player for Mililani. Tough night, but Raymond Roller did everything he could. Much better output than he had with just that 1 catch in the regular season. Here he had 6 catches for 39 yards.
Yeah, your game plan is always better when Raymond Roller is involved. The 6 catches, 39, as opposed to no catches in the last game. Your offense has a little more options when Roller gets in the game.
Yeah, for Manatanape, 13 of 24, 92 yards and 3 interceptions this evening. Tough one for him, but the best part about the end of the OIA season, you get ready for the bigger season, which is the first Hawaiian Bank State Football Championship Tournament, which begins in 3 weeks for the Division I Open. Now, Sterling Carvalho has got another OIA championship. Let's see what the winning head coach has to say with Jimmy.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. And Sterling, like Felipe just said, another one for you. Is this sweeter than the first one?
I mean, it's always harder to repeat, right? Because everybody know what we got, who we got coming back. So I'm just proud of our boys that this is what they wanted from the start, from the off season, from last year, and was able to execute it tonight in a fine fashion, especially in the second half.
Yeah, and one of the things I feel like with you guys, you make adjustments better than anybody, right? I mean, every time I'm talking to you at the half, it's, you know, we got to do this, we got to do that, and you do it, and you executed it again tonight.
I mean, that just shows what kind of coaching staff I have. I love my coaching staff. I mean, it's all hands on deck. They made the adjustments, but we have such great kids that they listen to what the coaches are telling them, and we all make the adjustments together. It's not the coaches did this, the players did that, we did that, and that's what I like about my staff and my players. It's one family.
It's going to be a while before, like, you know, we were talking about Vika, it's going to be a while before the next game, the next 3 weeks. What are you guys going to do?
Get healthy. Yeah. Get healthy and be ready for States. I mean, they're great teams ahead of us, and they know what we have. We know what they have, and so it's going to be a dogfight. This is just the start of what we need to do to finish.
It's been a fun year, huh?
It's been a fun year. It's a long year too, but we're enjoying the ride.
See you in a few weeks.
Okay.
Thanks, Sterling.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
And now Kahuku is 2 wins away from a 10th HHSAA championship. Has to take care of their semifinal matchup, still to be determined. And then if they get all the way to the final, a very difficult opponent as we march our way through these next 4 weeks. And this is where Kahuku really turns up business, and business is booming because they don't play for August and September. They play for October and November, and this is part 1 of it.
Could this be the entity that dominates the most in anything in Hawaii.
Yeah.
I mean, you have the St. Louis run of 14 in a row. This is even more impressive. In the last 20 years, the OIA championship has gone to Kahuku 15 times.
Incredible, right? Yes, talk about control there. And talk about amazing. All part of the Taco Bell play of the game. Oh, what a way for Sitani Sumataranga to get it there. Right to Fendiola. Got a toe in, got the ball in his hands, and he connects for the touchdown. Sumataranga.
Yeah, the impressive part was the throw. The impressive part was the catch. The more impressive part was Gavin Hunter is back there, one of the top defenders in all the state.
Oh, Crawford hooking up. Sumataranga there. I'll tell you what, those two have been excellent quarterbacks this year with Sumataranga and Crawford. It's nice to have Sitani able to get a magical moment, and he's getting some lot of love from his head coach out there. And so Kahuku wins the OIA Division I Open Championship. Kahuku comes in here and now heading into the tournament, hoping to get healthy. This is a team that is fueled by their passion for their team and their culture, and now the very passionate Kahuku team with the haka.
Can you imagine being on the mainland watching OC16 TV and seeing that? Boy, a rush of chicken skin for that one.
Even the water boys are doing it. That's the crazy part.
It's in the blood down there. Awesome. That was nice.
Post-game show on the way. 2 more segments before we wrap it up. This night belong to Kahuku. The love from the North Shore. 35-0 Kahuku, the Division I Open champions in the OIA. Back with more in a second.
Let's face it, I make a great Halloween costume. So to promote Monster Tacos being back on the menu, we'll get everyone to dress as clowns. No, CEOs. Where'd clowns come from? Monster Tacos are back at Jack.
Behind the wheel of a Nissan truck, every campsite becomes more remote. Every trail becomes more thrilling. And every adventure becomes a story worth telling. With best-in-class standard horsepower and impressive towing, you can do more of what you love, and you can get more out of it. Get to Truck Month today at Nissan. Get 2.25% APR for 36 months on 11 models, or shop our inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles.
Keiki learning the value of $1 just makes sense. That's why Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union accounts grow with our children. Parents or grandparents can open a Kids Club account with as little as $25. Open with more and receive a commemorative Bank of the Year. As they grow, their savings grow. At 13, Kids Club accounts become Advantage Savings accounts, leveling up with an ATM card and unlimited transactions at Hi-Fi and Bank of Hawaii ATMs everywhere. Hele mai to find why. People choose Hawaiian Financial FCU for life.
Aloha. For many of us, 2020 has been such a rough year. From loved ones losing their jobs or having to make adjustments in our lives that we never thought we'd make. Our strength has been tested like never before. From all of us at IBEW Local 1186, I know we stand behind you and will be there every step of the way to keep us safely connected and powered up. Take care of each other. Mahalo.
My Monster Tacos are back at Jack. Just look at these huge, delicious tacos. If that doesn't make you hungry, maybe you're the real monster.
Aloha, I'm Valerie Joseph, and you're watching Spectrum OC16.
From Spectrum OC16, it's the Hawaiian Financial FCU post-game show.
The sun has set on this OIA Division I Open football season, and it ends the way last year ended, with Kahuku winning the OIA Division I Open Championship 35-0. Kahuku will enter the state tournament as either the number 1 or 2 seed. You would imagine mid being the 1 seed as they're the defending state champs. And if they continue to rush the ball like this with Malai Fonoti, good things can happen.
Well, we always start our broadcast if it's Kahuku with Malai Fonoti. You got to stop them. You can't play 3 quarters on them. You can't play 1 tackler on them. He just bowls everybody over. He's in the end zone all the time. Look at those big guys up front. Oh my God, it's unstoppable so far this year.
14 carries, 87 yards, and a touchdown. But the big beast on defense here tonight, Madden Soliai.
Yeah, look, one time, shame on you, right? 5, 6 times, shame on everybody. Okay, your game plan against this guy on your special teams.
And in the cherry on top, the interception, 3rd of the season. He has been excellent the second half of the year. To the final game stats, it's brought to you by First Insurance. There you see them doubling up on the offensive side, 324 to 150. The penalties hurt both teams at this point. The time of possession, yeah, it favors Kahuku right now, but Kahuku dominating that 3rd period. Took about 6.5 minutes off the clock, made it 14-0 at that point. Kahuku didn't look back. Post-game show here upstairs, Felipe Ohoster with Rory Kim and Jimmy Bender. All right, so we talked about the Kahuku side. Mililani, when they get healthy, could be a much different outcome moving forward, but now they have to take these next 3 weeks, get everyone patched up, and try and get back to where they once were in 2014 and 16. That's a Division I championship.
You know, the outstanding injury was at quarterback. Anybody's quarterback that goes down, that's the biggest. But Tanape showed up and did well tonight. There's no drop-off on quarterback tonight. They didn't score any points, but that defense is just awesome.
Sean Niu got the interception for Kahuku, which helped fueled that defense to turn the turnover to a touchdown and ultimately an OIA Division I Open championship. Jimmy, what did you see?
Well, we talked about it at the beginning of the game. This Kahuku team, they are scary, and they're scary in all facets of their game tonight. You mentioned the interception. This gets things rolling for Kahuku on defense. The pick, that's going to lead to the score. That's going to get Kahuku on the board at the beginning of the game. How about our man Vika Crawford? This guy, impact player so many times now, he has to build a new room in his house to keep all the trophies. He's going to call it himself. A little play action, take the ball in for the touchdown. Kahuku continues to roll. And finally, we got to talk about my man, Madden Soliai. This guy's only a freshman, and he keeps blocking kicks. Don't let him get in when you're punting the ball. Put 2 guys on him. Do what you got to do, because Madden Soliai is scary.
Yeah, you ain't kidding there, Jimmy. And when Madden Soliai got those 2 blocked punts, yeah, we've had him on TV for the last 4 television games, and he's always blocked a punt now.
It started against the number 3 ranked team in the nation. He got one of those. He said, okay, a fluke. Next week, Mililani blocks a punt. Next week, blocks a, and then 2 tonight. Crazy. Somebody got a game plan for that guy.
Exactly right, yeah. How excited are you for the state tournament that's coming up?
Oh, very exciting, because I learned that I may possibly be watching it on my couch, where it's very, much more comfortable than in here with this guy.
As it stands right now, Campbell's on top by a couple of scores over Kapolei with about 4 minutes to go in the game. If Campbell wins that one, Campbell represents the OIA as the last berth heading into the first Hawaiian Bank.
And that means the rugged guy will be in the booth.
That's right, because his schedule will free up. One more segment to go when we come back. Zayden Matatiragi getting some love here from the Kahuku fans. 35-0.
Taco Bell is so good and so cheap.
I know, right? I wonder why.
What if they know we're broke? What if they're trying to be the good guys?
Yeah. Thanks, Taco Bell!
Because Haumea loves to dance. Because Jaina dreams of a cancer-free future. Because Guy knows why preventive care matters. You are why we're reimagining healthcare. To give you more choices. To be there for you. To see you in new ways. Hawaii Pacific Health.
Home. It's where you live, you're happy. At Bank of Hawaii, we want to help you live it even more. So to help you do more with today's record high home values, we've increased the amount you can access of your hard-earned equity to up to $400,000 without an appraisal. You can even lock in a low fixed rate for the first 5 years. Apply with Simplify by Bank of Hawaii. It's the fast, easy way to get more cash, more peace of mind, and just plain more happy.
Grab your thoughts and stocking key, and the song you need, storing at the bank self-storage. Attackers rentals online, fresh specials all the time, storing at the bank self-storage. A whole load to Hawaii self-storage.
Taco Bell is so good and so cheap.
I know, right? I wonder why.
What if they know we're broke? What if they're trying to be the good guys?
Ah. Thanks, Taco Bell!
Welcome back to the Hawaiian Financial FCU post-game show.
And if you look closely, you see that little gray parking lot out there? John Uikawa, New City Nissan. Hey, shout out to John Uikawa and all our friends at New City Nissan. They were sponsoring the Girls Volleyball Championship Tournament as Mililani won Division 1, swept Kamehameha Hawaii. Les Jardins won Division 2, going 5 sets over HBA. Here at Kalihi, it's Kahuku to win it 35-0, capture a 29th Hawaii Division 1 Open Championship.
Yeah, he's the defending champ coach, right? The Marino?
For
John Uikawa.
Oh, yeah,
softball?
for softball. Yeah. Yes, right. And Nissan's great cars.
Yes. New City Nissan, my favorite place.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yes, it is.
Programming note, don't forget tomorrow, 3:45 p.m. Game Day Hawaii presented by Pizza. The Division 2 championship. Nanakuli and Kaiser. What do you think about that one?
Interesting. Kaiser, I didn't expect them to be here, but look at that. They got the best quarterback. They should be there. It should be an interesting game. Nanakuli, man, Andrew Moody, congratulations on all those guys. He's the AD over at Nanakuli. All those coaching staff and all those players. Should be a fun game.
Waipahu beat IA in the regular season. At 7 o'clock is the Division 1 championship.
And it could be a different one tomorrow. Waipahu doesn't have their quarterback. IA does have their quarterback from the first meeting. Went down to the last second. That was a thriller. I mean, they had to the last 14 seconds. Yeah. Uliata goes up and makes the catch. And then on the ensuing kickoff, they almost run that all the way back. Yeah. Waipahu wins by 6.
You gonna give an inspiring speech to any of those teams out there?
I did that before to Waipahu.
And?
Yeah, and they lost.
Okay,
they lost. So I will not do that.
Time now for extra points. One final thought from all of us. Shout out to the volleyball teams. They had a phenomenal volleyball season on OC16 and XCast. They're busting their butts, getting ready for the season. Our television crew, excellent work as always this week. And so a great volleyball season. And here's the basketball that's coming up in the winter, along with soccer as well.
Okay, and I got to say again, if you go on Channel 14, you can watch on October 11th, 2022, Felipe and Kevin Wong, the most perfect call I've ever seen of a set. Set number 1, Punahou Mililani. Go watch it. This is girl volleyball. I would have watched the other set, but my wife wanted a foot massage.
Okay. Wow. And you gave a foot massage?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. What a good husband you are. From foot massages to Jimmy.
Thanks. Hey, again, thanks to you guys for letting me have the night off from the volleyball last night to go do some golf duties. Sweetie Picaro, Rick Hamada, and myself playing in the Rehab Golf Challenge. And by the way, Sweetie Picaro almost had a hole-in-one that would have won her $5,000. She came about 3 feet away from hitting a hole-in-one.
Would be her, right?
And she was mad because she wanted the $5,000.
Wow.
I said, hey, somebody give her $20 for the effort.
She goes to Vegas and wins all the time. All the time.
She almost made your pay rate per game on one swing of the golf club? That's crazy.
Yes. Wait, we're getting paid?
Hey, can I say a last thing?
Yeah, sure.
Greg Hammer starts with us on Monday. That's it.
Nice. Whoa.
Really?
Breaking news.
No one knows this, right?
Nobody knows. That's the first time I've said. Not anybody at our radio station knows that. Greg Hammer starts with us on Monday morning on Island 98.5.
Nice.
The #1 radio station in Hawaii.
On the planet.
Number 2. Right here. I mean, it depends on the demo. Come on.
We're running out of time, Jimmy. We'll come back to you. We'll see all of you for the Division II and Division I championship. Are you Greg Hammer?
Yes.
I'm
Greg
excited
Hammer's
for this.
coming back.
Oh, yes. Greg Hammer, come to the booth anytime you want to, by the way. Just hang out with us. Let's see. Division II championship tomorrow at Mililani. We'll see you there. For our entire crew with Rory Kim, Jimmy Bender, our producer Dave Vinton, our director Greg Kuwazaki, the outstanding women and men of our OC16 crew, Felipe Ojastro. Support high school sports. Congratulations, Kahuku, 2022 OIA Division I Open football champions.